Zone.
They can hear us now.
I mean, they can hear us
They couldn't
now.
before.
No.
Well, anyway.
Hey.
Yeah, you know, you hate to see it.
Who's doing the intro, dude?
For eons we have laid dormant, the mountains on high. We have come down and decided to go to Arby's and share a lovely dinner with each and every single one of us. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that the beefy potato burrito was the best item on the Taco Bell menu. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, amen. Ishnu Allah, brothers. Welcome back to Dinner with the Boys.
Hey, everybody, what's going on? How y'all doing tonight? It's good to see you here again.
What's up, everybody?
That's the greatest intro we've ever had. Besides Dax actually just yelling.
Just yelling.
I'm never doing that again.
It's really good, though.
Fucked my throat up for like 9 hours.
But that's why you do it.
That is why I do it. It's for the people.
Anyways, y'all know the deal. Every week, every Monday, 5 o'clock, 8 o'clock, depending on where you are, come together and share a nice meal with each other. You know what? Hang out with the boys, the girls, everyone in chat. And we just talk about the week, shit that went down, you know? I don't know. Y'all don't know, it was Dax's birthday this week. Say happy birthday. Say it back.
Hey, happy birthday, dude.
Happy
where's
birthday,
Happy
Dax.
48th birthday, Dax. You know,
Where's
it makes
my
me so
shotgun?
proud that you're
Thanks,
getting up
guys.
there.
Try for 40.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
But yeah, we're all hanging out. It's a good time. It's been a very well, I wouldn't say eventful because there's not really too much going on, but for some of us it's a lot going on.
Yeah.
But till then, let's get the breakdown. Dax, what are you eating?
I'm actually waiting right now. I was going to make something, but for my birthday, someone gave me this little like Uber Eats code thing, and so I'm taking advantage of it. So I have something on the way in the next few minutes, so that I was able to work on some other stuff in the meantime.
Hell yeah!
So that was kind of neat.
I don't know.
Could the thing you've ordered potentially be
Zaxby's.
Nah, it's not on the list.
what's on it?
A whole bunch of other shit. I found some sushi place I never heard of.
Ooh.
So they're bringing me a bento.
A bento.
Okay, I fuck with it.
Cultural, very cultural.
Got some pork katsu in there and shit. Sounds pretty good. So we'll try it out. I ran into one. This is a side note. I found this this fucking. They have some of the best fucking tacos I've had in a long time. But this local Mexican place, like Los Tortugas or something like that. And I walked in and they had a sign. They had a sign at the register basically saying, "Hey, the reason why," like, or it was basically saying, "Don't get mad at us anymore, please, for not being on Uber Eats or DoorDash or Grubhub or whatever. We just don't like it when people get our food 10 or 15 minutes after we make it and it's gone a little colder and then they give us a lower review because of it. We want it to be fair. So if you want the real shit, come in and get it." And I'm like, I respect that. Because that happens a lot.
Sense.
There are certain places I've tried here and there when I've just been really lazy. I get it from where it's like, okay, yeah, you can't last more than 10 minutes in a car before it's just like you got to eat it like that.
Yeah.
So
Right then.
I would
and
never
there,
negative
yeah.
review them off of that. I would be like, that's my fault.
yeah, but a lot of people are dumb as
Yeah,
shit.
but would
because you go on Amazon and it's like I plugged this computer in and the cable there was a bad cable on it and so this computer sucked 3-star. It's like, yeah, but it was just the cable. Yeah, but I didn't like it. You know, it's that kind of thing.
How many of us actually review shit, period? I think that's probably the better line of inquiry.
Never.
Shit.
I have never.
There you go, dude. Like, well, okay.
I give
YouTube-
if I buy something
YouTube
online,
videos
I
don't
go-
count. We're talking that, Craig.
You talking about shit in general? Or you talking about like food? Talking about like
I think he's talking about like food or like an Amazon review or some shit like that.
I've never
A Yelp
done that.
review.
I've
Are you a
left-
Yelper?
I've left good things on occasionally when I find some local restaurant or something that people don't know about, where if I just have a really good time, like, hey, I'll leave a thing just to, you know, maybe some notoriety or something, get a star on them or whatever. But like typically, I mean, if I go to a restaurant, I order a hamburger and they bring me like a chicken sandwich, I'm just like, all right, and I just eat it. Like typically. you know, I don't really care all that much. So if I get, you know, I'm not the kind of person that's gonna go to a store or something to get something. I come home, and it's like, oh fuck, this is, they forgot my tater tots or something, and I'm gonna like call Sonic and be like, hey, reimburse me for my fucking $1.10
Oh god, that's disgusting.
table tot or something like that. Like I've known people who would do that.
I
and it's just-
apologize for that.
And it's just like I don't care enough to.
I'm not gonna do that, but I'm gonna tweet that everyone that works there is a retard.
Ooh, I hope Goldfish is
No,
watching.
I don't
No,
know.
right?
It has to be really bad. Like your shit
Yeah.
doesn't have to just be not what you ordered. It has to actively be defective.
Like I went to Domino's
food
and the
needs to be
guy the
broken.
guy called me a fucker and put his dick in my mouth. And like, yeah,
Like,
at that,
what,
at that point,
what
it's like,
happened to
okay,
you?
It was really hot, but it's not what I asked.
It's like you're getting a 3-star at best at that point, right?
No. What happened to you at that fucking Popeyes? That's some Yelp review shit.
And I didn't even fucking. I should have. That was a fair point to be like, hey, I'm gonna go write your ass a review, but I just didn't care all that much. But man, that shit.
Bro, I have every
that shit was
right in the
uncomfortable.
world to negative review the Panera by my house, but I just don't give a fuck enough to do it.
Yeah.
Like you can go through my Twitter. I probably have like 50 tweets, just like everyone that works at Panera is a fucking retard. I've probably said that like 50 times. But I'm the retard because I keep going back and going to the same Panera and getting fucked again.
That's actually a good point. The Cafe Rio up the street from my house, everybody there speaks perfect English until I go to place my order. I have to IKEA them through the entirety of just give me the taco salad with just the lettuce, the pork, and the cheese. Arigato. Thank you. That's it. They're like, oh, you want rice? You want beef? Like, you want taco shells? No, I do not. Slow down.
Wait, what happened at Popeyes?
Oh, it's just
What?
it was this whole thing where
I
this
think
this
I
woman
vaguely remember.
Whoa.
this woman
Oh,
at the
yeah.
front got like really fucking mad at me because she handed me empty bag, and there was a guy in front of us who I didn't see this, but there was a guy in front of us who walked up to get his food and had an empty bag as well. I didn't realize he had gotten bitched out. I thought it was just some sort of weird procedure.
He got bitched out.
So
That was funny.
so when I took the empty paper bag and like went up standing away, like got my cup and I got my paper bag or whatever, I was holding it. When I went back to the front, and she was like, "Okay, next time you come in here, you don't take the bag." And was getting like really snooty with me. And the woman who already took it, this is a different woman, but the woman who took my order was already being fucking snooty as hell. Like did not like being there. But yeah, they were just fucking. They both these two women just. Of course, you had the little one who was getting mad at me and saying all this stuff about the bag. The other one just got crossed her arms, you know, doing that shit, and just it's like,
Like, you
goddamn.
know, this had to have been like a whole day event
Yeah,
to the point to where her like superior is like, yeah, just fucking let him have it. Fuck, I don't give a
I've
shit.
never had someone just like put the bag on the counter and the guy in front of me had his bag when he stepped away. So I was like, all right, cool. I guess that's just what you do
That's where you
here.
just go. Nobody eats
What he
this
didn't see,
bullshit
though-
food. I'm from out of state.
What Dax didn't see
And
though is the guy got
chicken was
bitched
fucked.
out for taking the bag.
Right, I
too.
didn't see that. I didn't see that part. So I didn't see that. Also, my chicken was dry as fuck. That was like the worst Popeyes I've
He
ever had.
didn't eat that. The chicken was literally like we had that chicken for like 3 days.
It was just sitting there. Like I
It
ate
was
my,
sitting
I
on
ate
his
my
nightstand.
biscuit and some other stuff, and I was like, all right, this is dry. This is the driest goddamn shit. Oh, Teresa is here with my Uber order. I will be right back. But yeah,
Go nap
so
that
that,
shit.
so that was that. Be right back.
I will confirm, however, that the biscuits at Popeyes are actually worth the hype.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I've
100%.
never
I'm
had it.
surprised.
You ever had Popeyes?
All I know
Not
is that if
really.
you eat the biscuit without a drink, you die.
That's pretty true.
That's
That's
what I heard.
accurate.
100%. That's pretty accurate.
All right.
All right,
wanted to make
Vash.
sure.
What you eating, dog?
If you couldn't tell by the terrible job I'm doing keeping gravy out of my beard, my mother has made a staple here: roast beef, mashed potatoes. Ace execution every single time. I have made myself a Bloody Mary because I'm out of Clamato juice. So, yeah.
Got some pepper in there?
Oh, absolutely. Dude, we have pepper, salt, and celery salt,
Oh,
Worcestershire sauce, A1, and tapatio.
sounds good as hell.
It's a bunch of stuff you don't think you drink until you do.
That's in your drink? I thought that was in your food.
You know, oh my god. It really just strikes me how much of a photo negative you and I are, Shib. Just like I have all this shit in a drink. And
I'm
like
drinking a
this
cup
shit,
of water.
I would have to pin you to the floor, fucking figure 4 leg lock just to put this shit on meat. And I'm over here drinking it.
It's true.
Poor man, poor man. Speaking of Shib, what's on your plate right now, dude?
I already ate.
Oh, gee.
I ate early today because I woke up at a time that I was like, I can either not eat for 4 hours or eat now.
Yeah, that's.
So I had chicken marsala with mashed potatoes.
Ooh, okay.
That sounds goody.
That's not good shit.
Bloody biscuits.
Yo.
What's Chesh cooking up?
She's cooking up some chicken, dude. Some breaded ass
Ooh.
chicken with some
Ooh.
barbecue sauce. What kind of barbecue sauce is it again?
Sweet Baby Ray's.
Is it? That's right, Sweet Baby Ray's.
Sweet
So-
Baby Ray barbecue sauce is honestly the best. So I mean,
Yeah, it's I'm a believer, dude. It's good. So that
I'm
probably,
a believer. Ever
That
since
is
I
nice.
had
Go
this
down and
barbecue
pray at
sauce,
Ray's
things
church.
have been. I've been really trying to pick up the saxophone now. Ever since I tried this barbecue sauce.
yeah. I mean, well, we have like a specific barbecue restaurant around here. It's like a local place called Gates Barbecue, and they have their own barbecue sauce and shit, and that's kind of like the local thing that we try out. But we were going, I think we were at like fucking Walmart, and she was like, "I want to get this,and I was like,
And
All
just
right, I'm down.
plops the fucking
All right,
whole
put
ass.
it in the
big
fucking
jug of
cart.
Sweet
Whatever.
Baby.
Let's go.
Just be like, yeah, fuck it, let's go. I want to go play Kingdom Hearts. Like, I don't give a
Can I-
shit. Fuck
Can I-
standard.
Put
Fuck
it in
standard.
the
Fuck
put
standard.
it in the fucking cart. Let's go. Come on.
Yeah.
What?
So yeah, that plus veggies, and I've been drinking a lot of water recently, which I'm actually really happy about. We got like a lot of soda for like the last week because I knew I was gonna be up like playing Kingdom Hearts 3 like every single day. So
I've been
kind of figured
climbing
that-
on the grind, brothers.
I've been on the grind. So
you don't understand.
now
I'm
that
gonna-
that's all out of the way, I've been drinking a lot more water, which is nice because water is good for you and shit. So yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And I, like you guys know, it's around 5 o'clock. We don't really eat dinner here, but I decided, fuck it, I'm gonna make something real quick. I just made a couple sandwiches, one ham and cheese, another turkey, and butter. That shit goody.
Either of those fucking hot, buddy.
Yeah, the turkey sandwich hot.
Turkey and butter.
Turkey, butter,
Motherfucker,
salt,
you
pepper.
take your fucking ham and cheese room temperature.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What?
Ham, cheese, mustard, and then the turkey it's heated up
Mm-hmm.
on toasted bread, butter, salt, pepper. Good shit.
Does anyone else punch their bread?
Huh? Wait, hold on.
Like, you make a sandwich and then you flatten the bread with your fist.
No, I don't tenderize my bread, Shib.
It tastes better.
It's not like meat. It's not. That's a textural thing.
You
Shit.
gotta break down the
Yeah,
muscle.
but it's a better texture. It's nice and solid, not all fluffy.
What? You don't like fluffy bread?
Not in a sandwich.
I mean, I make paninis and shit, but I don't fucking punch the shit out of it. I just put a pan on it.
You just flatten the sandwich.
But not,
Everyone
with
thought
my,
I was crazy in
but
middle
not
school.
with my fist, Shib. Not with
I would
my
bring
were
sandwiches to
crazy in
school every
middle
day and I
school.
would
What are you
punch them
talking
before I
about?
ate them. And everyone's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And I'm like, "It tastes better. You guys are fucking stupid."
Fucking Ed's over here like, dude, I've been doing that this whole time. You fucking would be, dude. I hate
This
you.
is the kind of shit I gotta deal with.
No, I don't think so. And with my sandwiches, I have Juanita chips. Really good.
Dude, I got one sympathizer in the chat. One person.
Yeah, and it's the fucking Zato 1 player, dude. We don't talk about that. You're like, hey, dude, we've
Shit.
arrived.
But overall, good. It's a good meal. It'll keep me settled up until like 9 o'clock when we finally eat. So,
Shib beats his meat before.
before you piss.
It's like, oh, it
All right.
feels better.
All right,
Yeah,
boys and
you gotta
girls,
tenderize
let's-
the meat.
we kind of know what some of our weeks have, so let's start it off Vash, how's your week been, dude? What's cracking?
What has happened?
Dax, get some music up, Doug.
Yeah, I do.
That's a really good question.
That's why,
What the fuck did happen?
that's why I asked Vash. It's a little quiet. I can turn it up. It's just jazz.
I don't know what
It's a
happened.
little
this week.
quiet.
Oh,
It's on a really chill song right now.
I got.
played some more DMC.
Ooh.
Did some homework. Worked Super Bowl. That was fucking
Oh.
wild.
How was that?
In a good way or a bad one?
In a good way, because
Okay.
like all we have to do as day shift is prep the floor for the buffet that we set out for the actual Super Bowl event itself.
Okay.
Yeah.
The only problem with that is we still get customers.
Oh.
We had a lot of customers. So your boy was running here and there all around the square saying N-words as often as he could. I got everything set up. I want to say about the foundation was laid by 11 o'clock. I got there about 6. From there, we just had to set up all the mobile burners to keep the food warm. Lay out all the food. Get all the paper and plasticware set up, because fuck knows we're not going to do dishes for all that shit. Bring everybody else in, bring the new staff, get the shift change handled, get them set up, and I was out of there before halftime.
Oh.
Actually, I was out of there before the end of the first quarter, and judging by how that game went, that was about only 2 hours extra work after 3.
Yeah. That's not bad.
Tom
That
Brady won.
game was boring as shit. So,
was-
3-0 at halftime. What do you fucking mean?
Yeah, and like 3-3, like
Going
8
into the
minutes into the
fourth, I
third
think?
quarter.
Or,
Yeah, like what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
It's just that,
Yeah. What?
Yeah, dude, and isn't it
Yeah,
weird how old man
man,
didn't get his fucking head taken off? Really weird.
And there was no SpongeBob.
So
Dax, do you,
We'll
Dax,
get
do you
to
know the
that.
rules of football? Just like as a side question, do you know the rules of football?
hold on. I got this. Wait. Okay. So
Wait,
You know how to get 3
hold on.
points.
Wait. So okay.
Yeah.
Here's what I know about. God.
No, go on. I'm
No, here's
listening.
what I know about football. So
You're doing
they
great.
start the game and they're all in the middle of the field, right? And there's all the lines, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you got, the more lines you get past, the more points you get, right?
That's he's not incorrect. So
And
He's not
you just try to
incorrect.
run farther than the other team, and then you get to the end, and then you get super points. And then the more super points you get, that lets the team who has the most super points go to the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
Yeah. Isn't that right? That's football.
Got it.
You just get
He's
to the
in.
end to get more super points, and then you can,
succeeded.
yeah.
He succeeded.
So in this world of Dax's football, you get extra super points for making out with your son. Is that why Tom Brady's there every year?
I don't. Well, that goes over my fucking head. I really don't want to watch football now. Shit. The
Yeah, so is
fuck?
Tom Brady.
Okay.
Tom Brady's a fucking idiot,
What
dude.
the fuck?
Oh my god.
I know all these people that will just talk shit about like random sports celebrities who I know the name, but I have no context other than just I know people hate them.
right.
So Tom Brady kisses his son on the mouth,
Yeah, he's a mouth kisser, dude.
and it runs in the family because he
That's what's
kisses
gonna
his
ask.
dad on the mouth.
Yep. That's what I was about to ask.
He ran out on the field after he won and smooched his dad right on the lips, dude.
I mean, okay. All right.
You hate to see it. You hate to-
What's
Hey,
wrong
Kona.
with that, K Kona?
K Kona,
Hey,
brother.
Kona.
K Kona.
So,
It depresses me to hear about it. You mean homeless rugby? Yeah, you mean boneless soccer?
so the game was shit. I guess it was just like what? it
Game
like
was shit.
It was
Half-
boring.
Okay,
like there was nothing
imagine-
happening.
Imagine a game of Street Fighter where it's Ryu and everybody holds down back until exactly the 97-second mark.
Guile.
Guile.
Guile,
you're right.
and you
Guile.
just throw booms the whole time. Nobody's jumping in.
But you
nobody's
don't
doing
use
shit.
meter. You don't even
The
need the
only
meter that you're
scores
No
rolling.
meter.
in the fourth quarter
It's pretty
were
bad.
2 field goals. No
Yep.
one scored a touchdown until the almost the end of the third quarter.
Let's put it this way: I would have
pretty bad.
rather watched Hungry Box in Grand Finals winner's
Ooh,
side
and I
than
know
the
you don't
Super
like
Bowl.
him.
So
I know
that's
you
how bad
don't
it was.
like him.
Well,
Actually,
shit.
baby, what are your thoughts
Oh
on
yeah,
Tom
Genesis
Brady?
was this weekend. Shit,
Oh
we
yeah,
can talk about that too.
yeah, Genesis 6. Woo!
Wait, there was a fifth?
Dax doesn't even know about the SpongeBob meme for the halftime show, though.
He
No,
Oh
no,
yeah,
no.
better than
let's do that first.
All right,
Do that
Shib, go ahead and
So,
explain it.
what was this?
People made a petition. They wanted them to play the SpongeBob episode with the Bubble Bowl, and they play Sweet Victory.
Yeah.
Yeah, they wanted them to play that as a tribute to Steven Hellenberg because he died, and he's the creator of SpongeBob. And they had like 100,000 signatures or some shit, and
Oh
then
wow.
Maroon 5 tweeted out their Super Bowl preview, and for a second during the preview, it cut to SpongeBob in the band,
Oh.
and so everyone's like, "Oh shit, it's gonna happen!" And then Mercedes-Benz tweeted it out. Okay, let's get this over with. And it was just like the empty stadium, and they just played Sweet Victory on the screens in the stadium, but there was nobody like at the stadium yet. It was before the game even happened.
Oh,
And then
okay.
during the halftime performance, when Maroon 5 was throwing it to Travis Scott, who was going to perform Sicko Mode, they did the intro of the Sweet Victory thing, like where they blow the horns and shit.
Hard cut, did they? They didn't just like hard cut
They-
out of
yeah,
it.
they did the shit where they blow the horns, and then like a comet started falling, and the comet hit, and then Travis Scott came out and performed Sicko Mode. They never played the song.
So all you hear is just like the dun, 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 dun,
Yeah,
dun,
that's
dun.
it.
Yeah.
That's funny.
They didn't even play.
That's funny as shit. That's funny as fuck.
Oh, I was so mad. I
That's why
turned
they all
off
seem
my...
mad. I figured it was like, it was some sort of meme where it's like, why don't you, when will you guys ever do it? I didn't know about a petition. I didn't know about anything. I just thought it was people randomly getting upset.
No.
No, there was a big thing where because the
That's-
creator of SpongeBob died, they wanted
Yeah.
the Super Bowl to have that as their
That's-
halftime show, and they just blue balled the shit out of it and played like the first 5. It wasn't even the song; they just played like
Yeah.
5 seconds of the episode, and then they switched it over to Sicko Mode. It was like the
They,
most.
they didn't even get to Patrick's piano part or anything. The intro, the dun,
No,
dun, dun,
no,
dun.
they did
Really?
not get.
It was
No.
just
Damn.
the horns, and then
Damn, that's
Sicko
the
Mode.
hardest
That was
cut.
it.
Like
That's some
you,
shit.
you can't hype up this shit. You can't hype up this shit and then just like right when people want to fucking see it on TV and shit, they just
Yeah.
fucking blue ball the shit out of you.
And then people were like, dude, this wasn't some dumb fucking meme. Like, a lot of people actually wanted a tribute to Steven Hillenberg because of all the
yeah,
influence that he had, like, on people's lives and shit.
this wasn't just people randomly wanting this shit for the
They-
memes. Like,
yeah.
no, this is like a big deal
Yeah.
to a lot of people, and it would have
And
been
then
really
they-
cool.
They blew
I
balls.
tell
They
you
literally
what,
just like,
I-
farmed views from it and went.
Yeah.
After I tell you what though, after that shit didn't play, I turned off my illegal stream of the Super Bowl 53.
That was
Yeah,
man. Super Bowl 53 was probably the worst Super Bowl in history. Like halftime show, the actual game itself, like fuck, dude, that's
And Adam Levine was not sounding too crisp, dude. He's hot, but he's not sounding like very good.
I
Got
mean,
like a
he's
5
never.
out of
Well,
10
I mean,
maybe.
I've always heard he doesn't sound good in live like ever. So
Yeah, but it was a Super Bowl, dude. You gotta.
I know you gotta.
Apparently,
pitch there.
Maroon 5 donated all of their $500,000 they got paid or whatever to charity, and didn't get paid for doing the show. So
Okay.
at least something good came out of it, I guess.
What was last year's halftime?
Was that Lady Gaga or was that the year before that?
fuck. I'm gonna look this up actually.
Can't remember.
Because I remember Lady Gaga.
Here we go. We go to Wikipedia 2000. What was this shit? Trying to think. Was it Justin Timberlake? I guess it was.
Yeah. It was Justin Timberlake. last year.
Yeah, they brought him back and shit. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
I think the best halftime show that I remember was the Bruno Mars Red Hot Chili Peppers one. That one was honestly really fucking good.
Yeah, that was the shit was banging.
The only thing that matters to me when it comes
Bruno
to
Mars
Super Bowl,
fucking killed it.
the only thing that matters when it comes to the Super Bowl, is that Animal Planet has the Puppy Bowl, and the Puppy Bowl is the best shit. You know why?
Yeah.
Not even just because of Puppy Bowl, but they also have the best halftime ever, which is Kitty Halftime, and a bunch of little kitties come out, and it's the best shit. Fuck you if you miss Puppy Bowl.
Yeah, I wish I would have watched the Puppy Bowl instead of the Super Bowl, dude. I was fucking falling asleep.
It's
and then
usually
they
better.
did Sweet Victory.
This one's definitely.
And Tom Brady won, dude. I literally got fucked on every angle of watching that game.
Why don't you like Tom Brady? Because I need to be caught up on the lore. What's the sitch? Is it just because he's old?
Who, me?
No, it's just it's literally just like I guess it's like a winning tradition sort of thing where he wins all the fucking time every single time they show up to the Super Bowl. So at this point, it's like
Oh, so he's Hungry Box.
we just want somebody else to win. We don't want to keep watching the fucking Patriots and watching Tom Brady just fucking stomp over everybody. Like
It's Hungry
birds.
Box.
yeah, it's like Hungry Box essentially, I guess. But Hungry Box is actually like a grimy piece of shit in real life. So
Well, Tom Brady's
Tom
pretty
Brady
Tom
isn't?
Tom Brady's I think Tom Brady's actually
think-
a cool guy.
Do you think
I
Hungry
think he's
Box
an
kisses-
actual
He's
decent
a sun
human being.
kissing cheater.
Do you think Hungry Box-
Sun kissing some
Does Hungry,
bitch.
does Hungry Box kiss his sister on the lips?
Fucking hope
I-
not.
Question.
I
Oh,
hope
yeah.
not, dude.
Wait,
One
Hungry
could
Box
beg
is a
it.
sister?
Yeah, he
Oh.
did it at a local.
I don't know. I just made this shit up. Your
He
brother?
walked into the local and everyone turned and look, it's Hungry Box, and he just made out with his sister.
Sick.
Well, shit.
And then everyone said, "This is why we hate you, Hungry Box." That's wrong. And he said, "No one's gonna believe you guys. You can't stop me. I'm gonna win every melee tournament ever."
Imagine. I would love to just be someone famous, just like Keanu Reeves or some shit, just walk into like a fucking God, a Chipotle or something, and just walk up to, just go to the front, start screaming, turn around, look at the staff, they'll never believe you, and just walk the fuck away.
Wasn't
You
there a
can't
story
really do
like
that
that about,
in
like,
the
the
era
Bray
of
or something?
phones, dude.
That's why you get in and get out real fast before they even realize it's you.
The N word.
You don a costume, put on a mustache, you run in.
Just shout it.
Keanu Reeves
rip it
rips
off.
the mustache off, just yells the N-word. They'll never believe you. Puts it back
They'll
on,
never
runs
believe you.
runs the fuck out, and he can
They'll
run.
never
I've
believe you.
seen John Wick. That man can run. He can. I wouldn't trust his ass. He probably has like eight guns.
He can fly too, dude. I've seen the
Oh.
Matrix.
That's what Bill Murray
True.
used to. I don't know if he does that anymore. He's gotten older, but yeah, he used to just like go around. He would just find
Just
parties
say
and just
the
crash
N-word.
them. No, no. He would. I would. No, he would go around and like crash parties and just take photos with people. And people would be like, Bill Murray showed up to my college dorm party just because he was bored. Like he'll just walk around cities and
Yeah,
find shit.
there's like a bunch of stories about shit like that with Bill Murray. I think.
It's really
Just say
fun.
I would
walk
fucking,
around
if I
and
was in
be
Bill
on
Murray's
fire
shoes, I'd
and
do
shit.
that. I'd just show up to parties. Like, what are you gonna do? Tell me to fucking leave? What the hell?
Tell me no? No, like no, dude.
Yeah,
I'm,
like
I'm gonna chill out, dude.
I'm here
Sorry,
to
Bill
hang.
Murray, you're not on the list, brother. Back of the
I'm-
line.
Back of the fucking.
This is
what?
why everybody here needs to become esports famous.
Yeah, right.
Mike Ross wouldn't get kicked out of your college party. He
No,
just
Mike
wouldn't.
Ross.
Text
Hey,
maybe. He's kind of
right
old.
this way, sir. You guys remember
Right
the
this
door
way.
meme?
What's his fucking name now?
Waxel.
Waxel.
Oh,
Wax.
Oh
Ross
yeah,
is-
wax.
Right this
Mike
way.
Ross is
Waxel.
Waxel. Right this way.
right,
Bouncer
well-
door closed. Mike Ross. Waxel, come on in. Good to see you, sir.
Well, I guess you've had a good week there, Vash. Bloody
We have.
biscuits. We know what you've been up to, but hey, give us the breakdown, dude.
I played KH3 a lot. Like what else? What else you want to hear?
You wake up, you play Kingdom Hearts 3.
I wake up, I shower, I do my chores for the day, and I
I
play
wipe
Kingdom
my
Hearts
ass,
3, dude.
slap my nuts.
I wipe my ass,
I take a shit.
find
Think
find
about
some
Sora.
snackies.
I
Yeah,
can't
dude.
believe that DMC 5's coming out in
Yeah.
4 days.
What is it?
Oh,
Yesterday
yeah.
I actually sorry to interrupt. Yesterday I actually fucking worked a lot on like the script for this video that I've been wanting to make. It was like really rough though cuz it talks a lot about like game balance and stuff like that. So
Mm.
I found it really difficult to actually like bring that up,
What's
especially
the
for like a sit-
video reference? Like, what's the
Hmm?
video like of? Like,
just
essentially?
game balance in general in Kingdom Hearts and
Okay.
like the history of it because Kingdom Hearts is fucking weird because like they were balancing shit back in 2002 and that's fucking ridiculous for a single player game because
Yep.
the only way that you're gonna fucking do that is by releasing another fucking game or another
And they
version of
did
the
it.
game.
They
Yeah, no,
did
exactly.
it
You have
3
to-
times back
They
in the
did
day.
it, yeah.
Yeah, they would fucking re-release their shit, and then it would have like new content. Plus, they would actually rebalance the shit inside of it. Like that was
Yeah.
pretty fucking unheard of for even like action games and shit like that. You would only see that for like fucking Street Fighter and shit, like
Yeah.
Street Fighter 2 Turbo Fighting and whatever. So yeah, just kind of like going over that and like going over why. I mean, I think people get why balance is like a good thing, kind of like on the surface, but they don't. because I don't know. I've seen a lot of people say shit like, if we make like if the next Kingdom Hearts game, like Kingdom Hearts 3 is like really well balanced and shit like that, then it'll be a good game. I'm like, I don't think that people actually understand what that even fucking means, and if balance is like actually like inherently a good thing for your fucking video game. So that's kind of what the video is about.
I got you.
It's just really fucking hard to talk about.
Well, you know, buddy, we're always here for you.
Anytime you feel like you want to talk.
Well, I mean, you guys fucking, I mean, you guys actually play fighting games and shit like that, and you have to deal with balance patches like on the, not on the daily, but like
Hey,
all the time.
pseudo nerfs, baby.
So
That's what we
I mean,
gotta deal with.
Hey, Gotenks is still here though.
Yeah, he's still here.
But he has to spend 2 bars. Or there's only still 1. Can you get that fucking vanish setup or vanish response on guard cancel out of the 0 bar?
No, you have to let him hit you, and then you can punish.
Well, I know.
You have
but
to block the guard cancel.
that's what I'm saying. Like, there's something where like a Gotenks player will Beyblade, and if they guard cancel in on it, the Gotenks player just fucking side switches from mid-screen, and then because guard cancel and super dash in general is a well-functioning mechanic, he fucking just turns on a dime, goes in the other direction, but the Gotenks player has enough time to block and punish it. It's hilarious.
I don't know. I haven't seen anything about that.
I'm
That's
sorry.
wild. If that's the case, Gotenks out.
I have like a kind of a question for you guys, because like
What's up?
in the discussions that, I mean, I think we had talked about this fucking last week about how Fighter Z was getting like stale, because like either something about like the meta just kind of being the way that it is right now, where it's focused on just like snapping out characters and then setting up loops off the side of the screen, even though the game is designed for there to be like a neutral start when you kill a character. And so the idea that like there needs to be like some sort of defensive mechanic or something like about that, I don't know, just throughout the lifespan of a fighting game, like it's like really exciting at the start, but then people kind of figure out what's good and what's bad, and then it gets like stale over time, and people ask like there needs to be new fun again. I guess
it's a matter of how a game can develop, where people can see that, okay, there's a meta that's developing, there are certain things that are really strong, and how do we counteract that? And you'll have cases where patches and things like that can benefit from it, and other times it'll be they'll find other ways around those things. One of the most basic examples that happened very early on in Street Fighter 4 was people started crouch teching. And of course, when people found out ways to where they could read they could do frame traps where they could specifically bait out a crouch tech, where you're trying to, for those in chat who don't know, basically the idea is that you're crouching. It's super easy. You crouch, and if you think opponent's going to walk up and throw or walk up and jab, you hold down back and you press punch and kick at the same time. If they throw, you tech the throw because it's punch and kick. If they try to walk forward and press something, or just walk forward at you in general, either one of your lights will come out. And so people were like really annoyed about that for the first few months, like when the game was new, and be like, oh fuck, this is so great. But then people would figure out like, oh, I can do this, I can press this button, and then there's enough of a frame window where if they try the crouch tech, I can press like a fierce and like counter hit the fuck out of them and go for big damage and things like that. And that ended up being a very simple, intuitive counterplay for the game's entire lifespan, to where it's it's like crouch tech is super convenient, but you can get blown up for it. And it was just a general thing that really didn't need much. It was just a cool basic little thing in the meta. There are other cases though, like the like this in a game like Fighters, where something like the snapback meta can be so strong, where like a lot of those really strong things in the meta and the game in general, it can be more beneficial to specific characters and specific team compositions that were already really strong, who can, characters who don't have to spend as much resources, or don't have to try as or don't have to put in as much work to actually set up that situation, where a lot of teams can do that. A lot of teams can put you into some sort of snapback position, but a lot of them also have to spin bar for it, and then some of them don't. If you're Bardock, you don't have to spin bar, for example. That kind of thing. There's characters like that who can get it for free in a lot of cases. And it's funny, with the patch, it actually made it a lot worse, where they
Yep.
tried to do certain things, especially with guard cancel and stuff, to actually counteract the snapback meta, especially with the whole thing where it's like after a Dragon Rush, I think you build, I forget how the meter build was changed, but
After
basically
spending meter, you generate way less fucking meter.
yeah, which
Yeah.
actually fucked up a couple characters. It actually fucked
I mean,
up
that was
some
already
people.
the case back then, but that was the use of after the use of Vanish, your bar building
Yeah.
got nerfed.
Yeah,
Right.
but now it works for EX moves too.
Yeah.
Right, EX moves and like something with Dragon
supers.
Rush was changed as well. But the problem is that what happened, excuse me, is that they made it to where, like the snapback meta. What was it? I read an article about this. Like snapback meta is basically a lot more effective now, considering how characters get fucked up by like the changes with meter game. I'm trying to remember. Oh fuck! Now I lost my train of thought.
Probably playing into removal. Dragon Rush also now
Super gay.
HKDs in the air. Yeah, I don't know about
Yeah.
that change.
I like
Damn,
it's
really?
really good actually
It's-
for like
it's-
all characters.
It's one of those. That's one of those weird things. I guess I'm really gay, so I'm bitter about it. Where instead of changing specific aspects of characters to have a more general, like there's something that benefits them. Where okay, you don't have a very convenient hard knockdown without expending bar, but maybe you get here's something else that adds to your repertoire that's different or useful in another way. Instead of kind of doing that and playing with character specifics, it's more about let's just homogenize something to make sure everyone can do the same thing. And like the
Yeah.
game is already homogenized as fuck. So when I see changes like that, I'm a little like, that seems kind of lazy.
It's a little lazy.
That's actually another question that I was gonna ask is fuck, I wish I could like talk about KH3 in this context. I mean,
Would it be better if I left for a while?
It's gameplay spoilerinos, and I know that you don't want to deal with gameplay spoilers or story spoilers either way. So
I definitely don't.
Hey, if that's the case, Vash, just mute and I'll ping your ass.
I mean, it's up to y'all. I mean, I know if that's kind of a pain. Like we can. Talk about it.
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't care.
I don't care. We can talk about it anytime.
Oh, he muted.
You muted. All right.
Did he mute? Okay. Well, I guess it's like with like
Chat gameplay spoilers.
chat gameplay spoilers, obviously. With like homogenization, like people are starting to realize that like anything that it has like big dick AoE damage in KH3 is just like automatically good.
Yeah.
But there isn't it's not like any of these individual things does anything specifically different. Whereas like in 2FM you could like do cool stuff where like Magnet plus Trinity will get your drive back, or you can like build up summon gauge or summon levels really quickly with like Genie or some shit like that. I don't know, there'd be like at least some cool neat use to each of your crowd control usages. But in this game it just seems like they all lead to the exact same end. So like all of the finishes, all the Keyblade transformations, they all seem to just basically do the same exact thing, which is just kind of problematic when you want there to be the only thing that I think is actually unique in that regard is like counter shield and the way that it actually breaks up the pace of the game. That's the only thing that I found so far. Everything else feels extremely samey.
I don't know. I haven't used Ultima. Ultima I've heard is like
Ultima is the most retarded thing I've ever seen.
It just fucking kills everything. There's still,
It's like
you go fucking final.
Ultima makes me want there to not be a new game plus.
yeah.
Because it would literally just
the shot lock just clears the room.
you can be on level 1 proud.
just a laser?
You can be on level 1
And
proud.
no, it's a literally explosion. It's a
Yeah.
Trinity. It's like Trinity Limit from KH1,
Oh, okay.
where he does that shit and the signs come up on the floor. That fucking super Tetsuya Nomura FF shit.
You can be on
Mhm.
level
Yeah,
1.
up and
You can be
everything's
on
dead.
level 1 proud, do the Ultima shot lock, and just wipe everything at once.
That's crazy.
And it doesn't cost an entire focus
It
meter.
doesn't,
It costs
no.
the same as a normal one.
Damn.
And it looks design wise, it's my favorite. Like one of my
it's
favorite
really
Keyblades
fucking
ever.
cool.
It's fucking cool.
And the ultimate form is fucking sick. It's like an actual sword.
It's really cool. But like
and you get your final form closed too. It's fucking sick.
It's just so good. It's just so like dumb powerful. To where like it's like the equivalent of it's like equivalent if like Cage 2 gave you like Final Form was your big reward for like grinding to get it or doing whatever to get it, and then all you have to do is like activate it. You activate the dry form and the whole room is just gone.
Oh.
Like that's how
Yeah,
that's how it feels
it's
using
pretty
it.
wacky.
So it's like I can't have any fun using it because
actually made it an
everything
ultimate
dies
weapon.
like that.
Yeah,
really is
yeah,
the
it's
ultimate
really
weapon.
fucking
I
strong.
just don't get it. I just don't.
Yeah,
But like,
Cage 3 is like a specific thing, a specific case where I'm not even sure how you would, because people kind of bring up their own ideas for how to like rebalance the game when Final Mix eventually comes around, and whether or not they're gonna like nerf magic or they're gonna like nerf this or make it so that Keyblade combos do more damage so that people use them more. And the more that I hear it, the more that I just think to myself that there's no way that they can patch out like the way that they've designed the game.
there's too much of overall design that you can't really like. The biggest
Yeah,
thing,
but-
the biggest thing with this is that it's the same conversation we had with DDD. It's the same exact
Yeah,
one
pretty much.
because it's like,
Or
oh,
people wanted to nerf Balloon Run, right?
well, it's like, okay, let's nerf MP casting. Let's nerf like the damage that you get off of it. It's like, okay, so I go into a room with like fucking 12 of those fucking ninja nobodies, the Larkscene cunts, right?
Yeah.
Walk
yeah.
into there's like 12 of them because every mob in this game is fucking huge. And like throw some other fucking things in there for good measure or whatever, I don't care. Hey Rupert. And walk in there and it's like, okay, magic doesn't, okay, this is FM, right? This is KH3 FM. And it's like, okay, well, MP was nerfed, so I can't just, you know, arrow and then like fire and everything, you know, and just like kill or whatever. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna jump back and shot lock and do 2 Mirage staff shot locks and everything dies anyway. Okay, well, okay, let's nerf. Okay, we can nerf that. Okay, I'm gonna summon Simba and press triangle and everything. Okay, well, we nerf those too. Okay, well, I'm gonna do. Okay, well, let's see. Let's buff physical damage. So I'm gonna do this combo. Oh, I attacked one enemy out of the other 12 on the screen, and I got hit by some random teleporty shit that came off screen because I can't see where I'm going because the camera sucks and there's way too enemies on screen that doesn't really make it effective to tackle one dude at once. Okay, well, I'm going to prepare and go into the room with a Keyblade transformation stored so that way I can do more damage. Oh, well, my attacks are really big and they hit more enemies at a time, but they're too slow. So even if I'm doing really good damage, I'm going to hit out of stuff anyway because nothing either has iframes or has armor or anything like that. That's really convenient to make it more unique of a transformation. Everything kind of does the same thing. Okay, well, I'm just going to stock up on ethers and I'm just going to do the same shit I used to do, except it's just going to take longer.
Yeah.
And there you go.
Pretty much.
And it's just, it's a lot of it has to do with the size of mobs and the way things work. Because essentially all it would do is encourage us to use up one resource and then just move on to another. It's like, okay, instead of going in and doing Simba or going in and doing a shot lock or going in and doing arrow and a few fires. Okay, well, I'm going to walk up, do Simba. Okay, well, that cleared like a third of their health. And now I'm going to do shot lock. Okay, well, that got summoned. There's some scragglers already. Okay, well, I'll just do some fires and then they die. And it just drags things on to where it's not that much harder to deal with, especially in this game with how like you have everything from a billion chests and super cheap items around that give you like everything you fucking need. Like from the get-go, you're getting elixirs and refocusers to Kupo.
And
Everything.
The accessories, I'll give you like arrow boost.
You get so many buffs. Everything is super cheap. Fucking Kupo coins. It's not a hard game. It is not a hard game. It is such an easy game. It's just a matter of how much it wants to waste your time.
I didn't die on Proud until Final Fights at all.
Yeah.
I died once in Pirates because I hate that boat so fucking much.
I died in Arendelle to Marshmallow, actually.
Animal, dude.
Like
anyways.
that's exactly what I was gonna say. With that, said that like the mobs are too big in the game that Keyblade attacking will never be
Exactly. So
worth it.
you can't associate the same amount of value to each individual enemy because there's too many of them. If you divide your value gets divided up so much that like by the time that everything just seems like fodder at that point. Like they're just literally designed for you to hit with big dick AoE shit.
Right.
That's what they're there for.
And then you get to the bosses, which are all like, I'm big, hit me, I'm big. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
basically just it's a version of what I was just talking about, right? Where it's like, okay, this thing has a lot of health bars, just use all the stuff that you have, and then we'll give you some handout commands as you go, and then just
I'm gonna use
destroy
all the
thing.
magic, and then
And
I'm gonna
so,
shot lock
look,
him, and then
I've
I'm
been
gonna
going, I've been
wait for my
experimenting.
magic to come back.
I'm experimenting with taking like the beginner route that people have been using for speedruns and applying it to Proud and see what I can make differently just for fun, just to fuck around. Excuse me. And here's what ends up happening, where I find something it's solid, but it's nothing like, oh, I can set up that they're gonna have this attack pattern, and I can set up this, and I can go for the whatever, and like just stop. It's like, oh, if I go into the Toy Story boss fight and I prepare and I make sure that in my transformation setup, I have arrow guns, I can jump on his head and just go into R2 and shoot it, and it like melts health like faster than the other stuff that you have, right? Just at that level. And it's like when I noticed that, I was like, oh, cool. Well, that seems kind of fast, but it's basically just finding one thing that does the most damage at a time, and then just I'm sitting there just holding R2, and then I get knocked back, and then I just dash forward again, keep doing it until I run out of the transformation, and then I just switch to, a shot lock or something. And you're just doing stuff one at a time that that you can do the most damage. Because if I sit there and just do like Keyblade combos, I mean, I can stack up a transformation, but it's like hit, hot, hit, hot, hit, hot. And of course, by that point, I've done 1/4 of a health bar, and he's already knocked me back onto the ground, and then I have to fucking chase him again. And it's just like, when you have those moments where the boss isn't fucking just being a gigantic dickhead and just flying around doing random shit, which is what they all do, then you, like, when you're actually in its face and you have an opportunity to get damage before the wolf runs away or before the tree boss decides to do some bullshit or whatever, then it's like, I need to maximize my damage ASAP, because it's going to take me another day and a half to get through this fight if I don't. And so, like, right when I'm in their face, I'm like, all right, what do I have? Here's a shot lock, here's a fucking AoE, here's a finisher, here's something. And there's not really much thought into it aside from that. And I've been looking, man. A lot of us have been really looking for something like cool and convenient. And the most we found was like Wreck-It Ralph, where the tree boss,
that's the only cool thing.
Tree boss like dumps his head onto you, and because you do the Wreck-It Ralph finisher with the big block stack, all the blocks explode inside of the tree's head, hits the hair box, and it destroys like, 5 bars of health. And I'm like, that's cool, I guess. That's kind of neat. That's like the one kind of neat thing we found. So shout outs to I think it was Sans found that.
I found one thing on accident in my playthrough, and it's in the first Skal Alam fight or whatever.
Yeah.
When there's all those people and you gotta chase them around the city. I did Simba randomly. I had not used it at any point in the game at this point. And I don't know if it was super tight timing or what, but I pressed triangle and I hit every single person and in that boss fight at the same time, and it just died instantly.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that.
And I was just like, what the fuck just happened?
It just feels like they kind of threw a whole bunch of tools and be like, hey, here's all this cool shit you can do. And I'm like, that's cool. And and like, go hit the big things with it. Go blow up all the mobs with your big thing. And I'm like, that's cool, I guess.
That was like me 5 minutes in. I was like, okay, finally playing KH3, dude. This game looks amazing, dude. And then I was like, whoa, that pirate ship thing pops up a lot. I hope that's not like that the whole game. Wow, I have a lot of abilities already. I hope that they take these away from me or something. Like,
they just, I hope you like that guard. That's ours now.
God.
I guess
the pirate
like
ship kept popping up, and I was like, shit, the whole game gonna be like this.
Yeah, this is my constant issue with Osaka games, is that they just refuse to allow you to like straight up fight a boss. Like just actually having to like the core mechanic. Like if we even look like at a really basic ass game like KH1, the whole fucking goal is to just like dodge shit and then go in and then hit shit. Like that's the whole fucking thing. Is that you want to go in and hit shit with your Keyblade, use magic to like supplement that a little bit, and then just don't get hit. And it felt like it was so simple, but like that was like satisfying enough for it to be like a cool action game. And then they just made that better in KH2. But I like the closest thing I've ever actually seen to that coming back is like actually Birth by Sleep. which is really ironic. But those are like, you can't find like straight up actual fights where dodging around and doing keyblade combos and trying to keep the pace of the fight really, really fresh is actually like an effective strategy and is like the best thing that you can do. It's always something about the game that's just like, we're just going to give you the abilities to get free shit without having to work for it at all. Just whether it's magic or it's commands or it's situation commands or shit like that. We're just going to let you press buttons to do damage for free. And it's always the most optimal, best way to play the game. And
Yeah.
that's my fucking gripe with it.
I'm gonna say right now that my biggest issue with the game as of right now is
Pirates
health.
World.
Well, Pirates World is a separate entity within itself that needs to be burned, but health issues. Like, I shouldn't go to Pirates and have to sit through this boring ass Storm Rider boat Pete bullshit boss
ruler guy
With-
shit.
with 20 motherfucking health bars, and then I have the next fucking world that is like a real boss that, like, San Francisco was a boring ass world.
Yeah.
There was nothing in it outside of
The last
like,
two
you
worlds
know,
are the worst. ones in
yeah,
the game.
and
Disney
like you
worlds.
go and then you go and fight against Aqua, and it's fun. And I feel like I'm doing things, like I'm reacting, doing what I have to do against this fucking boss. It has 5 fucking health bars.
she's just
It dies in like 4 combos.
Yeah.
I died on the last health bar of Ruler of the Sky. I almost turned my game off, dude. I was like, I don't want to fucking sit through 45 minutes of this shit again, dude.
It's
I don't
actually
know if I have it in me.
so long. It's so long.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
never
much
again.
detail in Pirates World for no fucking reason, dude. If you collect all the chests and all the hidden Mickeys and shit in that world, you're like, wow, look at all these islands that you can go to in this giant open sea and all this fucking, you can swim down underwater caves and all these islands and shit. And it's like, no one fucking cares. This world sucks. Why don't you make San Francisco good?
It's like really ironic because they actually recreated like a lot of the orc fights and Vanitas and Aqua, so they remade them so
That was
well.
the best part of the fucking game.
Yeah, because you could tell that like when you're fighting Marluxia and he did the spin up attack, I'm like, holy shit! Like, it's not exactly the same, but like it's pretty much the same exact move from 2FM that they just
Yeah.
fucking recreated. And
almost all of them had like the same movesets, and I was like, this
Exactly.
is so sick, dude. It's like seeing that shit in HD.
Right.
And it's weird that they would go that far to recreate these fights like that, and then they would just not design the game around that sort of thing. Like instead they just completely designed the entire game around like Disney Worlds and the fact that there's going to be
shit is they gave them all new moves too.
yeah, no,
like-
they gave them unique shit as well and unique DMs
Yeah.
and shit like that, which I thought was really, really cool. But then they just chuck them in 3-on-1 fights, and their movesets are super fucking limited, and they don't even have like different phases and shit like that. You just kill them each one at a time. It's
Yeah.
like the most blue balls. Like, why in the world would you do it this way? Like, was it
The
because of a lack
groundwork
of
is there.
time?
It's if they don't
It's for KH2FM
if-
HD.
if they actually don't come out with 3FM and take the foundations of all these boss fights or all these characters or whatever and make full-fledged fights out of them individually, if they don't do that, I'm going to be so shocked that they would go through the effort of
Yeah.
having all these fucking characters, all these fights or whatever just available, and then just have them just literally
With like move, like the thing is, the one thing that's blowing my shit, like they all have really, really good movesets. It looks like I swear to God, I think fucking Roxas probably was fucking playable. There's no reason that man has that many fucking moves that does that much fucking damage. Like at some point in some build at some point Roxas was fucking playable and you fought with Aceuhh and Shion at that point. Like, because Shion does nothing. She casts arrow and then runs around and whacks shit.
Oh, she just follows Sora around.
Yeah, and then dies, right?
She
And
looks
then
like-
Roxas comes in with the full fucking DM mode, goes limit breaker. Syax, I remember once I saw Syax jump at my ass, and here comes Roxas, threw his goddamn keyblade at his Sayax just go. like, and
Bro.
if I can't play as like my dream scenario, I guess for 3FM, I could pick any of those characters that were on my team at one point at endgame, and then play it, either do the DMC4, play through the game, right? Or just go against a certain boss fights. They'd never do it because it's fucking Square and they hate us.
Yeah.
But
I would love, and if they could do some DMC shit where it's like it's not even canon, but just like, look, you gave Riku a whole kit, like have like a Riku playable story. I don't even care if you just play the cutscenes and Sora's there and you just do everything normally, or just cut out the cutscenes entirely.
There's Riku.
But let me play through the game as Riku, because that shit was more fun.
I want to hit things with my giant sedan key.
Hell yeah, dude. You're gonna give me two
My
fucking.
big old
You're
car
gonna give
key.
me 2 fights for that character, and both of them are literally just Demon Tower. Oh, what happened?
Demon
Yeah, I
Tower.
thought there was gonna be
What
more,
happened?
honestly.
Fuck you. I didn't honestly. I saw that. I was like, that's probably gonna be the one. Fight.
Honestly, the big one that surprised me was playing as fucking Aqua, and that was one of the best fights in the goddamn game.
Yeah.
You want to know, like, God, it's so weird how you can do this mentally. Like, basically, just cut out all the Disney worlds. Like, just straight up, just cut out all the Disney worlds surgically from the rest of the game, and then start the game with you fighting Aqua, and then just from then on, the game, like, even though
It's fucking sick.
no, it's pretty cool. Like, even though like a lot of the end game boss fights are 3-on-1, and there's still some dumb bullshit in there. Like, all of a sudden, like, you cut out the need for dumb AoE bullshit in every single fucking fight, in big gigantic Gygus level fucking heartless or unversed boss fights, and you actually have something like relatively playable. It's
The 3-on-1s
so
were the
weird
most
how
fun
you
I
can
had
fucking-
in the entire game, hands down.
Yeah, me too.
Those fights were the most fun that I had in the entire game,
Bro.
for sure.
Okay, so the big thing also is like people talk about, like, when they were going into this, they were like, we want to focus more on the Disney world to, like, to be integrated more into this lore, right? How you didn't do that at all?
No.
You could cut
put 'em-
all that every world out of the game, and you wouldn't miss a single
None
fucking
of it.
story beat.
None of it.
I'm
Fucking...
not even kidding you. Like, you take that, like, in KH2, KH1, like, you get the big bad intervening a lot more in the other. You'd have to go back to the world to stop Zoldan from, like, literally stealing Belle and the Rose. Like, what the hell? That shit was
Wait.
tight.
the Disney worlds, like, are literally just massive fan service.
Yeah.
at
They
this point.
are.
He doesn't even do anything in this one. Like, at least in
It's-
1 and 2, he's like, I gotta steal the keyholes, dude. I'm gonna do
It's-
this big
it's-
cool thing. And this one, he
it's
just
so
walks around.
weird.
He's like, you guys need help? All right.
There's not even a consistent.
All right,
There's,
later,
there's not
guys.
even a. There's not,
Viagra, bye.
there's not even a consistent. Okay, like KH1. Okay, the theme is he's locking all the different worlds, and he's having to deal with like the various Disney bosses who are fucking trying to find their own keyholes and fuck around with Maleficent and whatnot. And then in KH2, it's like you have the lead up as Sora is understanding what the fuck the organization is doing. Meanwhile, there's other scenarios happening in the Disney worlds as well. 1K happens, and then everything starts to shift after that when Sora realizes, oh fuck, I'm helping them by doing all this shit. Well, that sucks.
Mhm.
And then they start interviewing a lot more because they're like, well, Sora knows now. Let's just start fucking with them. And then you start doing the second visits, and depending on the visits that you're going, whether it's like Pirates with Luxord or like Beast Castle with Zaldan and all them, they're coming in and interfering and things like that. And there's other scenarios happening as well, but in general, there was just a more clear sort of goal as to or reason to why he was there. Whereas this, it's like after watching like the 3 super high budget CGI cutscene sections that are in Frozen, I'm like, oh, Disney's told them, hey, put all this really good shit in Frozen. Don't worry about the story though. Dudes walk up and they see Hans and they're like, who's that? Man, he's emanating darkness. That's bad. This is like at the end of the world.
Yeah, they
they're-
don't even introduce
well,
him at
because
all.
there's this
He
whole
You don't even get to see
shows
his
up.
face.
No, there's this whole thing with like pirates and kind of Corona and like especially Frozen and things, where they just it's like they'll have the start of the movie and then Sora fucks off and goes and do stuff, and he comes back at the end of the movie and everyone's like, oh yeah, well Calypso is not actually or what's her name was actually Calypso, and Jack's indebted to the Dutchman, and this and that, all this is happening, Sora, we're just letting you know. And Sora's like, gosh, golly gee, well that's fucking crazy, let's fight Davy Jones. And it's just it's the most abrupt, but then they go and they just, in the finest, and it's impressive, granted, but in the finest detail recreate like this entire scene for like the entire exit or like outro stuff for Frozen, and the entire stuff, like the entire
And
fucking
Pirates.
scene where like Jack is watching him and they're doing the whole like, oh love, all that shit. Fucking.
I've never seen any of those
and what-
Pirates movies.
Oh, see, I bet it was super confusing for you. Well, okay.
I had no
okay.
fucking clue what was going on.
You know the scene where they're on the sand barge, right? And you have Davy Jones, Beckett, and Will, and then you have Barbossa and Elizabeth and Jack all like they're walking towards them or whatever, and Davy Jones is in the bucket. And
Yeah.
did you know why he was in the bucket?
No.
Don't worry about
Bro,
it, I guess.
I don't even know what happened. We were on the Black Pearl,
Right.
and then all of a
And then
sudden we were
just-
on the island.
yeah,
and
that's just
Chap's
a
like,
scene.
we need a new
So,
ship.
so
I was
the
like,
reason,
what happened to the Black
the
Pearl?
reason why he's in the bucket is because he can't stand. There's a 10-year period where the owner of the Flying Dutchman can stand on land. Like it's a 10-year. You can do it for like a day out of every 10 years. So he has to be in water, or else like he's gonna fucking die. Then there's this whole trade-off thing where all this stuff's happening. When Barbossa gets mad at Elizabeth and he says, you know, Jack is one of the 9 pirate lords. You can't do that. And she turns to him and says, King. That's because earlier in the film, she was
She got voted king.
She got voted in
of
as
the
king.
Fire Lords.
And it was this whole arc that happened. And you just have that where she's like, King. And then the scene just happens and it goes on and it ends. And I'm like, if I didn't see this fucking movie, I would have no idea.
Yeah, I was lost.
And
So it's-
I don't
it's
care.
really
And I
funny.
can look at it and say like, wow, this is really impressively recreated, but it's also fucking awful in context to like what they chose to do and when in this world.
Mm.
It's awful. It's actually terrible.
You guys are gonna hold off on all your Kingdom Hearts stuff till the end of the game. Disney World's come first.
Like if you just like look at it strictly from like the story of what Sora has to do, it's literally just like you can't go save Aqua. You got to get the power of waking. So
But
he
I want to
spends
go save Aqua
literally
now. No, you got to go run around until
Quit
you
being
figure it out.
stop. Go
And
get it back.
and then after 20 hours after doing all of the Disney worlds, he just sits there and he's just like, I want to go save Aqua.
He
And then
literally
just
goes
points
to
Keyblade,
Destiny Islands and he goes,
goes.
"Oh
And he
fuck,
saves
that's
her.
cool. Oh shit. Bang!
Yeah,
Whoa, that's the door."
Yeah, he like
I'm
talks
gonna
to
go
him. They're
in.
like, you don't learn the power of waking. It's inside you the whole time.
It's
He's like,
inside you the whole time. Okay, so then what was I doing?
He literally just
the
and then,
journey
well, they
was
try
the
to-
friends we made along the
they
way.
try to buff it up a
Uh.
bit. They try to buff up the Disney shit up a bit by the whole like, oh, we have a backup plan with the new 7 Hearts, which doesn't go anywhere. Like that's just it's
Doesn't
basically
go
just like
anywhere at all. Nothing gets played out. Like
Well, and
they
maybe
also
it'll be-
and
The series
no,
still
they
goes,
already
so
had
maybe that'll show up
Vexen.
later.
They already had Vexen and Demix on fucking reserve. So all they had to do, oh shit, Larxine's fucking out. She's not gonna do it. They just port down the Demix, slit his fucking throat. Hey, cool. We got another key. Not bad.
it's just
I thought I was
a mess.
tripping,
Oh.
but did they not just up the CG value on the cutscenes in Frozen and Pirates?
that's what I was saying. Pirates did especially,
like-
but I think that was more just with certain scenes, like even when that one scene where Jack is talking to Beckett or whatever, when that's like I think they were really trying to work in like really push themselves with the whole realistic, live action
It
style.
looked really fucking
It looked
good.
it looked incredible. The Frozen one, yeah, they like between Let It Go, and between like the ending scene, which is
It was
fine,
like all of a sudden it
the
was like
ending-
quality up.
the ending scene. Okay, there's like three levels to the CG that's used in the game, right? You have the end game where you can see when like models are sort of in their neutral pose, where basically if it was like KH1 or 2 or one of the other games, it would be the equivalent of like having characters stand there, they do their simple gestures and whatnot, and they have like the little, the 2D lip flap, right? So of course now like it's they're using these really nice in-game models, so they can do a little bit more than that, but you can see when that's going on. Then they have the hand animated scenes that are using like the in-game stuff like that, and that ends up being a bunch of them too. Even some of the like the scenes at the very very end like have that and stuff, and then you have these small handful of like full-on CGI FMV like equivalent of stuff that you would see in the intro. And one of the few scenes that's not at the beginning or the end of the game is the fucking is the last scene in Frozen for some reason. They just
Yeah.
like, because you can see, because they do that thing where like Sora's hair is lighter, it's like softer, it's like a
Yeah.
warmer tone. His eyes are like super fucking bright, and like he has like these fucking like everything's just so soft and fucking
Bro,
like made up and whatnot.
I've been
And
saying this
they
about
put all
Kingdom
this
Hearts.
money in that whole scene for no reason compared to all the other Disney Worlds. It was weird, and I want to say that was
Bro,
like a Disney decision.
I've been
Probably,
saying
probably.
this so much about fucking the CG in Cage 3. It all looks like they have plastered like googly eyes on.
Are you talking about like the CG, or are you talking about
Yeah,
like
the CG,
yeah.
CG,
It's-
like in game, like end of the game, Aqua, like in Castle Oblivion.
yeah,
like,
that's one too.
look at their eyes. They just look
It's-
like they just got some.
It's very it's very weird how flatter it looks, and like how because they brighten them up too, and it just looks really, it looks a little odd.
Daniel,
like just
I don't
the
know,
colors.
like-
The colors don't match up well. The colors don't. match
Daniel,
up.
you want to talk about the music, but the issue is that like most of the music in the game is fantastic. I know the only thing that you're really harping about is the reused music in all of like the Disney boss fights and shit like that.
Mm.
I was gonna
And-
say, gameplay needs some work, story needs some work, music producer, keep on doing what you do.
Did a good
Yeah.
job.
Yeah, doing a great job.
That
My
Twilight
God.
Town new
Oh.
version of the Twilight Town music was fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
So,
Like the Xehanort fights music, fan fucking tastic. Like Ansem Secret of Darkness and
yeah.
Young Master Xehanort, fantastic song. Evil Aqua, still want the beginning part of that that song. No one's fucking giving it up yet. Really good. I might be just me. I'm not much of the end game music kind of guy. Like everything against Xehanort, not my cup of tea. Olympus, like in the Mount Olympus area, that music is all just fucking bangers. Corona's music's great. Frozen's music great. I don't like Pirates, but the music's okay.
man.
I mean,
Pirates music is like dog
Really?
shit. Like you want me to fucking like if you listen to like the
Okay.
the Cage 2 theme for Pirates, like
Yeah.
He's a pirate.
it even when it's not that, even when it's literally just like you're normally fucking walking around, it's just
Yeah,
like the
that-
moonlit night or whatever.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
and it really I don't know, it keeps the theme of the world, I guess, or the atmosphere. It's really fucking good. And then we get the shit from it's like so fucking like cheerful, but then like then it gets like really epic, but it's like it's not done in a very like tactful way. It just sounds really fucking out of place. And I swear to God, there's one part in there where they don't where it doesn't loop correctly, where it's like really
Yeah,
abruptly
there's some weird
from
things like that. But like that track, like the main, not the battle track for that world, but like the normal track. It has I think there's I want to say there's one other track in the game like this, but I can't think of it right now. But I hate it when it's like it plays part of the track and then it cuts to the more ramped up sort of epic sounding thing, and it's like, well, this sounds like the battle theme now. This sounds kind of weird. I don't know. It's very kind of abrupt and it doesn't really flow in of each other.
what is it? The Scala, like I'm not saying Scala was a bad song. Like Scala is one of the best like world music in the game, I think. But you get it for literally 10 seconds while you run
Unless you
around.
stand there, and start listening
Unless
to
you
it.
stand there, hey, I would. I'd stand there
See-
for fucking hours. but-
Here's the thing about Sonic Forces, right? That
It all comes back to
that I
Sonic
could
Forces.
not stand. And there's a track that's actually one of like, because there's so much shit music in that game, but there's a really good track that plays in this one section, right? And it's one of the like Sonic and Avatar stages where it's the Metal Sonic fight. And it's so weird because you start out on this bridge, you walk forward like 3 feet, and then it cuts to a different like generic like epic movie track or something like that, and you do this little QTE for like 30 seconds where you blow through this one thing, and you go down, and the original track starts up for another couple seconds, you run forward another 5 feet, and then Metal Sonic fight starts. The track that gets cut off twice, like both by like 3 to 5 seconds each, is when you listen to it in full, is a really, really, really good track. And yet it's just, and it's, you only ever hear it there, but it's just entirely wasted because you walk a few feet and then it just cuts to something else, and I have
It's like
no
the
idea.
Scala music,
And Scala
100%.
does the same shit where it's either do 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 do, and like it kicks in.
I'm
and
not
it's like,
kidding you.
Ooh,
Walk,
what is
when
this?
You
And
spawn,
then
when you spawn into Scala, walk behind you. Like, take 3 steps back. They're spawning. That's it
Yeah.
of the song.
If there's any indication that that world got cut to shit, it's that one. I actually know for a fact that it did because there's behind closed doors footage that we don't have, but that's been recorded by like dozens of people who have seen it from ages ago, where you could like walk around a bunch of the world. There was footage of Sora inside the room where they were playing chess and everything. Young Xehanort and young
What
Ericus
the
and all
fuck,
that stuff.
really?
What
Yeah,
the
there's
hell?
all this old behind closed door footage, and I saw this a while ago. And yeah, like there's all this stuff about it, and like because people were coming out about it now and be like, yeah, I remember seeing that. It's a shame that the world got cut so much how it did. But I'm like, yeah, they recorded this entire track for that world after you get past the gate, but then they just didn't finish it, so they just dumped a fight there.
Well, that harps back to my health problem because Adam Timothy, one of my, he played through the game in fucking November. He play tested in November.
Yeah.
And the health bars were different. They nerfed fucking music. I mean, they nerfed the health on like every boss essentially, and just gave him less health. Why?
Except for the final bosses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
'Cause
final boss is
Goat
all
Nord's
capped out at
got-
20.
Yeah.
Some shit like that.
At least you can still take
No,
pictures
I
of
mean-
Rapunzel's feet.
We mean,
I'm listening to this theme and it's
We-
like, wow, this is for like the last world of the game.
wait,
this
do
is
you
amazing.
mean Asa? Do you mean the health? You mean the health was nerfed? Like the health was less in that build, right? It's more.
No,
it
it was more in the old build.
was more in the old build.
Yeah.
So it's even. Oh God. So it's even worse.
Yep.
What the fuck?
I guess they just didn't balance it accordingly. They
So they
gave
gi- so
all
they
of
give-
the
No. It wasn't like every boss had 20 health. No, it's like Aqua had like 7 bars instead of 5.
No, I mean like yeah, they just take it what you have currently and then.
But
like,
what?
add a
But
few
what
bars
about
to
the
each.
Disney? What about the Disney bosses
I don't
that
know.
had like 10? Did they
I
get
don't
up
know.
back
I
to
don't know
15 or something?
why the first fucking boss in Olympic, like how much health did fucking Wind Titan have?
Too
He
much.
didn't have much.
Still too much because the fight still drags on.
I know.
Yeah,
right?
well,
Slowly glide at his ass
All
for
I
like
know
a year,
is
get
that,
to him, do 2
you
hits,
can
and then he just runs away.
You can really tell like where you're at when you get into the game, and Darkseid has 2 full bars of health, and you're just like, what the fuck?
Just whacking him for like.
And then you get
And
my
you- and-
death glitch at 1K.
and then we get to
Yeah.
Aqua, and she only has like 5.
Yeah.
And same with like Vanitas. It's like, are you kidding me? Like, this
Vanitas
is
at
all
least
I'm
had a
gonna
little
get?
bit, but I mean, you're playing as fucking Aqua.
It's
Yeah.
like
Did y'all see that glitch that I had?
Which one?
I saw
It's
it.
like I have it on YouTube video if you ever want to see it. It's like it was during the 1K fight, pretty much the new 1K, and I got sucked in by the big bug guy when I was doing a magic finisher, and the game killed me, but I wasn't dead. So like I came out and I was in God mode and I couldn't die, but I couldn't attack anything. I couldn't use any magic. I could just jump around and like air slide.
That's funny.
The only way to hurt things was to shot lock and then or air step and then press X, like when I was like a flow motion attack, but I couldn't
Mhm.
I couldn't actually shot lock it or anything. And
I
I
had a-
couldn't beat the part because the enemy bar in the corner wouldn't move no matter how many I killed the shit.
Jesus.
I had a soft lock. This was like day 1 of playing JP. I had a soft lock where after you do the sledding game in Frozen and you land and there's
Yeah.
like the 3 ice dragons. I loaded Simba and immediately used triangle, and it glitched everything out to where like there was only 1 dragon remaining after I killed everything. Damn, the smorgasbord coming out.
Oh my god.
I killed everything.
food.
I killed everything except for like 1 dragon who had like half a bar of health left. But like his something became disabled to where I don't know if the game thought he was dead or whatever, but basically he became dormant. I could not target him anymore, and he would just fly around and I was just stuck there and had to reset the game.
Jesus.
So.
That's fucking wild.
That's what I was telling people when people were first getting it. I was like, okay, when you get to the bottom of the sledding section, you know from that trailer from a while ago with the gameplay, don't do Simba as soon as possible. You may fucking have to restart your game and do the whole sledding bit over and over again, which is not fun because it takes forever, especially if you're in a proud because you eat 2 lasers and you die.
Oh my god, don't talk to me about fucking difficulty setting and how they don't know what they're doing anymore.
No.
Jesus
Bro,
Christ. Like why is
Scary as fuck.
Proud so easy?
Yeah.
And but the thing is, would crit be any harder?
Because no, that's the thing. The way that the game, it's not even
just- I think it's
difficulty
just
to
the
me.
game.
It is literally just the way that the game is inherently designed for you to, because no matter what difficulty you are, it's super easy to just fucking cycle through commands and shit like that with
Yeah.
big AoE,
Yeah.
big dick damage.
I don't know what they would
So
do
even-
for crit.
Exactly. The way that the game is designed right now doesn't lend itself to any sort of creative play. It's just, you've solved the game once you figured out that everything dies to big
Yeah.
dick AoE shit, so you just have to play the game from that
You
point
can't
on.
you can't
So-
really do much with the whole like, hey, let's do like Cage 2 and just give you a bunch of like bonus shit at the beginning, because you're not that limited from the beginning, and you get
have
so
so
mu-
many
you get
abilities
so
at the
much important
beginning.
you get so much important shit so fast that it's like, it's not like you don't feel that weak.
No, second form, like literally the first Keyblade you get, Kingdom Key, gives you second form, which gives you Ripple Drive,
And
which gives you fucking magnet burst, which gives you Sonic Blade, which gives you R's, like
And you get explosion, dude. I was
And
pog champing when I saw explosion.
You got that. You
Explosion
have
and
fire
fucking
and
guard
I like
you have fire
explosion.
and water.
yeah, like right off the cuff, like
Oh yeah, I was super weirded out. I was like, water's the first spell I get? What the fuck is this?
Oh, they
dude?
have the whole day, and you get to the end fight, and it's like, oh, okay, Ice Titan, we're fired. Okay,
Yeah.
I get it. Which is a
Still.
terrible.
The,
It's one of the worst fights in the game.
I
So-
like. I was wondering why like point 2 had crit and this game didn't, but I don't know what crit would even do for this game because you would still just nuke everything in 3 seconds.
yeah.
That's
I don't know, man. But I feel like okay, so we've harped on the game's issues. What do you like about it?
It's
Well,
fucking
maybe has something to
gorgeous.
say about the crit mode though.
Oh,
What were
what's
you
up?
saying?
Oh, go ahead. Once you're done eating, BB.
Mm. Yeah, the game is gorgeous. The sound design is incredible, except for Buzz Lightyear sounding like a fucking Star Wars X-wing every single time he shoots a laser. Like, what the,
Yeah.
I
the
noticed
fuck is that?
Yeah.
Other than that, the game isn't floaty. The game isn't floaty at all. Well, I mean,
actually.
it feels
it's
fine.
floaty in the. It's weird in the sense that the game doesn't give you good cancel windows for any of your finishers. Like the moment you commit to a finisher, you are stuck in it
Yeah.
until it plays out in its entirety, pretty much, which sucks. But it like playing Aceuhh actually feels great. And when the game was super small scale, I think me and Dax were having this conversation. When the game was super small scale in Olympus, and you didn't have all your big dick AoE shit, and we were testing out the ability to combo stuff and cancel out of stuff. There was a lot that you could do, and I thought
Yep.
that's kind of what the game was going to be about. But the moment that you get the big dick AoE stuff, all of that cool small little cancel-y stuff that you can do doesn't really fucking matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It-
There was
Um,
that immediate feeling where I would like go up to a wall, I would flow-mo, I would do the air slide into the like swing, and then I would just
Mhm.
guard out of it, and I'd be like, damn, all right, cool, we got options now. And little did I know that those options wouldn't matter anymore after the war was over. But like I would go do
Yeah.
stuff, you know, that one section when you're in the that little courtyard area, there's the 4 pillars that you can spin on. And there,
Mhm.
it's like when there's the cutscene with that woman who's on top of the pillar, and she's like, "Oh, Daskate," and all that
Mhm.
shit. And and there's just, and
Daskate!
there's just a bunch of like the flame cores, and there's those 2 pillars that you can spin on that are like right next to some walls. And I have fun going over there. I'll go to one, I'll spin because there's all the flame cores around. I'll jump off of it. I'll go over to the wall, like right on the opposite side. I'll just zip to the wall, and then I'll just zip back to the pole and just spin again. And I just loop them like in it and just like fuck around. I'm like, that's kind of neat. But then again, like right after you get your basic shit and you just go to the worlds or whatever, it doesn't, like, stuff like that doesn't really happen. It doesn't really matter. I even like when I went to Frozen Arendelle, there's all those rooms where the Larxene ninja nobodies are around, and those pillars will come up that you can spin on. And and I was like, oh, there might be something cool. No, they don't give a fuck. They just go into electrical ball and just hit you out of something, whatever. They don't give a shit about what you're doing. And by that point, I'm like, okay, I can either keep dealing with this and have this fight go on for another 20 minutes, even though I'm trying to do cool shit, but I'm not really getting anywhere, or I'll just do Simba and just wipe it so I can get the fuck on with my life.
My first playthrough, I like almost like didn't use magic at all. Like I'd use thunder every once in a while, But other than that, like I tried
used
not to
Arrow
at all.
and Thunder because I didn't know you had to upgrade the damn spells.
Yeah,
was like,
did.
bro, this Arrow is not picking up anything. Everyone's fucking on one talking about how good AoE is, dude. I got no AoE.
And then you're like, oh fuck, I've had arrow.
Then
gun
I
for,
put
like,
on
2 worlds.
Arroga and Thundaga, and I was like, what the fuck? Everything's
Yeah.
dying, dude.
There's
man.
blood everywhere.
Okay. In terms of like other good shit, the world's getting all the extra detail that they got.
Oh yeah.
It was fantastic. And there's like no text cutscenes at all when you talk to shit. Like,
Yeah, it's all
actually
voice.
fully voiced.
They
dude.
VA'd everything, which I thought was like, man, they really went the fucking extra mile for this sort of shit. So I was really,
Played a whole different game.
I was really happy that Twilight Town had all of those people and that it was like really, it felt fully inhabited.
Yeah, that was one of the first things that I said when I got there. I was like, dude, it's like an actual town. It's not a ghost town.
Yeah, and little did I know that they literally the shit out of that world, and there's like only 2 actual areas from KH2 that they kept. Like that's like that's a nitpick, but like, man, that fucking gets me. Holy
Hey
shit.
Shib, tell me not when you walked from the woods to the mansion and there was no cutscene, that shit fucked with you.
I was getting fucked up everywhere, dude. I was like, all right, there's gonna be a load zone here. There's gonna be a load zone here. Like I was always expecting load zones, and I never got them.
Bro,
Which
I'm
is
not
why
kidding you.
When I was synth grinding, I was like, bro, how do I respawn enemies? There's no fucking load zones. Like, is it 1 room over? Is it 2 rooms over? Like, how does this shit work?
There ain't no nah, man. You can
It's
kill.
1 room. If you go through a load zone, they respawns all the enemies. At least the
Hey, there
monsters
you
in,
go.
because that's where I did most of my synth grinding. Because I
Well,
had no
what
fucking
was it?
burst drops.
What was it like? When I first saw the leak for Traverse Town, and he goes down through the woods into the mansion. I fucking popped. I lost it. It fucked with my head so much because so often you'd walk up to that load zone, and then you go black, and then you're right in front of the gate, and you're just like.
Right.
So when he walked through, I'm like, whoa, hey, what are you fucking doing, buddy? Stop! And that shit fucked with me heavy. But I mean,
I was yeah, that was a good fucking seeing
Yeah.
that was pretty wacky. I wasn't a fan of how they gutted Twilight Town, but I guess all the other worlds were so fucking big that they probably just, I guess, didn't see the need to have all that shit in Twilight Town or something.
Why?
which pisses me off because you think about it, like all of the hub worlds, Traverse Town, Radiant Garden, at least Radiant Garden may be a fucking hallway, but I mean, it's massive. There's a lot of shit there. Traverse Town, not a hallway. It's fucking big. Like, you have first, second, third district, and it all loops around. But I mean, it's fucking big. You get to Traverse Town in fucking KH3. I can go down into the fucking sewers Twilight Town. If I go down in the sewers, sure. I don't know why I'm here. There ain't no point. I can use I can warp now. We can warp through fucking save points now. So
honestly, I really wanted to go to Traverse Town and Radiant Garden. I wanted to see those in the new engine and be able to walk around and shit.
Going to Radiant Garden now, with it being restored back to how it used to be, would have been fucking sick. But
I mean, you could
It
have
would have
had
had all those flowers too. It would have looked so nice.
Well, I mean, you could have had. I was really looking forward to there being like some hybridization between like the areas they went with in KH2, and then having it connect to the areas that you see in like BBS and things like that, and be able to navigate.
Yeah,
that
that'd have been sick.
You see them there. You see Riku and Mickey hanging out there all the time.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
we're just gonna let's go to Radiant Garden because Sora can't go there.
I mean, that's at this point, it's one of those like, hey, hopefully maybe FM will put that in. I don't know. That's all we got. So
yeah, we can hope, man. I don't know. I was
surprised by how fast Air Guard came out too.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's probably gonna be a huge delay.
A lot of
like
stuff,
you're probably not safe, but you're pretty safe in there.
A lot of stuff's pretty fast. It's not bad.
So my heart being about the game is that when you start a ground combo 3/4 of the time, like 3/4 of the time, no, every time, because if you have Magic Flash, whatever the fuck that shit's called, you're going in the air, like no matter what. Every combo starts on the ground, goes in the air. There's no fucking on the ground combos, and I hate it.
It's mainly with the finishers because they all put like I used the one where it's like he like pierces forward a few times. But even that one seems to knock enemies up typically, so you end up doing like the multi-slash thing instead of a normal like ground finisher.
Yeah.
Which I guess it's like because there's no like standard ground, like a unique ground finisher option, like as like a
No,
final.
only,
as like-
only for
Give me
as like a final-
explosion.
yeah.
Please
So,
give me
so
explosion.
they kind of expect you to, excuse me, go up in the air, and the worst offender is the fucking speed slash. That's the new dodge slash. That move sucks
Is it?
because you do the shing shing and then the spin, and
Yep.
you can't. BB had this problem because he's like he found it out the same way I did. I was like, oh, I can't cancel it freely, and the moment I start doing it, I'm stuck in this multi-hit animation that shit can just hit you out of. Like, and of course you do like it's like 1, 2, 3. And then just fucking ching ching shing, and it's cool looking, but the problem is that not only can you not cancel it, and you get hit out of it super easily by everything because you can't cancel it until the very, very, very last hit. But even then, that last hit will like pop the enemy up, and it pops him up kind of high a lot of the time for me. So Sora won't just like spiral a little bit forward; he fucking goes like whoop, and then I'm up in the air, and it's like, well, oh fuck, no.
Well, remember, fucking. It's funny how we have to live it now because we were so worried about dodge slash back in the day because of that move whiffing.
Right.
I'm not scared of shit whiffing because hit stun is so long in this
You
fucking game.
zoom to these fucking enemies
Yeah.
in this game, dude.
Oh yeah,
Like, you,
if I
don't
zoom
need
in, it's
aerial
already-
spy or aerial dive or whatever. You just jump and press X, and he fucking flies across the goddamn arena. And make
Well,
sure
then you have air step too,
Yep.
Yeah.
which I like air step. So.
No, it's
I like
great.
air stuff.
I think it's great, but I think that a gap closer that instantaneous for free is kind of a problem.
Well, it feels like more of a
But-
cop out considering how big the environments are. They were like, okay, we better give them like something like this. I just wish there
Right.
was more unique stuff you could do with it. That was like, okay, because they had that. Remember that old trailer from like 2015 where he does like the shot lock thing, targets multiple enemies, and when he does air step, he like zooms in between different enemies and like
Mhm.
does cool
Yeah.
shit like that. It's like you can't spin. I was like, okay, maybe if I could spin more actual focus gauge to zoom in between different enemies and get hits off or whatever, and have it be more like some sort of hybridization between like a shot lock targeting multiple things and actually getting me over there and doing something. It's like that sounded really cool, but then all it is just literally like, okay, you go there, you can press the X button or circle button, whatever, and sometimes you'll do like the 1, 2 or like the spin depending on the situation. I'm like, I mean, I guess that's cool, but it's also like, yeah, it's like no cost. So it's weird. Like I like it in general, but it's like the game's already so full of like so many free things that it just kind of gives you.
Yeah,
Combo
it just gives you that one
modifiers
for
on
free.
circle can fuck off too.
Yeah, combo modifiers
Glide
on circle.
Glide
can
on
fuck off.
circle. You can't have double jump and glide on circle. The game don't work like that anymore.
Yeah.
Fix the game.
Fix the game.
Maybe we should stop talking about KH3 so we can let Vash actually.
Yeah.
I
I'll
mean,
let-
we,
the
we
la-
got. I mean,
one
we got our thoughts out.
Yeah,
Like,
One
go
thing.
ahead.
One more thing. Someone said it in chat. 100 Acre Wood was fucking dog shit.
It's
Yeah.
one room. It's literally one room, and you play fucking Bejeweled.
The mini games are all the same.
whatever.
It's the
Yeah, you
same
just-
three
You
games.
play, you play Bejeweled.
You don't have to. I literally just sat there and I just like I was looking at something else and just like hitting random buttons until I won. Like I'm not joking. I just did it and got
Yeah.
the Keyblade and I was like, oh cool. Oh, it's a mimic
Bro,
Keyblade.
I'm too
That's
good.
great.
Ask Ace.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. He's too good.
I
He
couldn't
can't
get the
stop.
game to end. I was trying to get the game to end because I needed to do it for the journal, and
Yeah.
I kept getting added time over and over again. I was playing one session of the game for like 20 minutes. I was like, please stop adding time to the clock.
Christ.
Please just let it end, dude.
And I kept on telling him, why don't you just stop? He was like, they'll kick me out if I AFK, and we'll kick
If you
out
AFK, it kicks you out and fails you.
So I told him, go slow. And he said, I'm not gonna throw like that. Like, what do you mean?
I
So-
gotta be the best, dude.
So there's one last thing I wanna mention. I just want to run through it. I don't care about having like a discussion about it. I just want to like mention it because I think it's funny as shit. Because like
Yeah.
Cheese, Platt, and I were fucking going bonkers over this shit. Is it okay to talk about the secret ending? Do we care?
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay.
Fuck
you,
Have we all
yeah,
seen, have we all
secret
seen it?
ending,
Yeah.
Chat.
If you haven't
I've seen
it,
it.
Chad, if you haven't seen the
Chat.
secret ending, I don't know. It's good. Don't
Fuck off.
don't listen to the next
Also,
few
real
minutes.
quick, before DAX starts, Lucky Emblems should be called Hidden Mickeys because those are real things in real life at Disney World, and I actually
Yeah.
know what they are and stuff.
Those actually should be called hidden Mickeys. But anyway, so here's some shit. Nomura's on some fuck shit. The secret ending, for those who haven't
Yeah,
seen it, it's basically Sora wakes up in The World Ends With You Shibuya
Jinbuya.
with the 104 tower in the
Yes.
distance, Riku is running around with Yozora, which is the name of the secret ending, by the way, from the Verum Rex game, which is the video game within the Toy Story KH universe.
He's in Shinjuku.
And he's in Shinjuku. And then it's either Lushu or Master and Master. I'm gonna bet Master and Master is sitting there on the top of the building, doing heart hands.
He's a fucking dork.
He's doing heart hands. Which, by the way, he also does the same gesture that Arden does. But I'm gonna get to that. So,
do you know what building he's on though?
What building he is on? Not specifically.
Oh yeah, that one.
He's on the Square Enix headquarters.
Oh, there you go.
Someone did a Google Maps thing, and that building that he's on is literally the Square Enix headquarters.
So what we're seeing here, and this is speculative, but everyone's kind of really strongly in this camp, and I'm gonna run with it for now because I'm having a lot of fun with this. Is that after Sora had the fucking Ixnay himself in order to get fucking Kairi back.
Dropped off Kairi. All right, Kairi.
This man dropped off Kairi, said, "All right, girl, I'm about to head out," and fades off and dies. He dead, but he's gonna have to play the Reaper game.
The Reaper's game.
He's gonna have to play. He's gonna have to play the Reaper's game.
The sequel we've been waiting so long for wasn't KH3. It was the World Ends with You 2.
Meanwhile, Nomura is straight up so fucking pissed about versus 13 getting bodied. He said, "You know what, Square, you're not going to take this game from me because I'm going to put the game that I want to play within the game that you can't afford to lose." So Kingdom Hearts 4 is just going to be versus 13 that we never got.
Dude,
guest starring in The World Ends with You 2. So it's either here's go ahead.
Shib. You know why the Master of Masters is staying on Square Enix headquarters? Because the Master of Masters is Tetsuya Nomura. So he's literally the guy pulling all the strings on the series, like literally, like not metaphorically.
So
what if it actually turned out to be fucking him, dude? I would lose my fucking mind.
Thing you guys we should understand and think here is we don't know when we're gonna get this, right? This World Ends With You, because think about it. KH1 secret ending was fucking days. KH2 secret ending was Birth by Sleep. Fucking Birth by Sleep secret ending was nothing, was 0.2.
Right.
Like, but we don't know where this is gonna play to go into the fucking foreteller arc.
Right. But here's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that if they're this is the way I would want them to do side games leading up until the next major, if they do it that way, like a couple side games leading up to the next major thing with fucking Ziggy and all that other shit going on.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Here's
the thing. Here's what they would do. They would put out 2 games. It would be Verum Rex guest starring Riku from the Kingdom Hearts series. And The World Ends With You 2 guest starring Sora from the Kingdom Hearts series. Both of those games have their own strict plots going on, but both of those characters play a role within their subplot, which is a minor subplot in which they're just trying to get back home, is going on within those 2 games. Meanwhile, Master of Masters just pops up in both and just does some fuck shit.
What's up, you fucking losers? Oh wow!
If you want any way to sell copies faster, then fucking name it, because I like we're talking.
I was gonna buy the World Ends With You 2 already, but now I'm like, what?
So
is this gonna have Kingdom Hearts tie it too? Like,
who else watched the end of that game and basically watched Square Enix forge your fucking signature on a contract that says you're gonna play the next game?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's basically it.
Dude, like.
But the best part for me is that like Final Fantasy Versus 13 may not actually be dead. I may get some form of it because that game looks so sick until Square just fucking dropped it and made a new one.
They're just like, Nomura, you're taking too goddamn. Look at work of KH3. Someone get in here and finish this game.
The old, if y'all don't remember the old Versus 13, the big gameplay trailer they showed out in fucking 2013. That shit looks so good. Nomura's out here like, I slowed down the footage by 25% because I figured people wouldn't be able to follow it as well. This shit look fucking. This is just the step up from KH2 that he wanted to make, and then got bodied. But he's still making it. And it's like, hey, if I put it within Kingdom Hearts, they can't say no.
So, they can't. They're not allowed.
They're not, because guess what? Guess what? In the first like day,
the Masters of Masters. He's been writing it all.
Also, this is one last thing. So, Verum Rex, or no. Okay, so Yozora translates to Night Sky. Guess what Noctis Lucius Kyum translates to? Night Sky. Varum Rex translates to true king, which is what Noctis was often called. Also, when Mom is on top of the building doing that shit, whatever, Arden does the same thing. He just wants to make fucking verses, and I love it. It's great. I cannot wait. I'm actually fucking
Dude,
so
that's
excited
why
for this
they
bullshit.
axed all the FF15 DLC.
Because he's waiting. That's what I hope for. That's what I hope. I hope he's just
was
like,
all of this
he's
figured
putting it
out
off.
in 3D when Sora and Neku were departing, and Sora said, "Hey, maybe we'll come to your world next time." And Neku's like, "What the fuck? Sora can't come to Tokyo. He's some fucking dream world guy." But now
Wait
he's
a
actually
minute.
gonna come to Tokyo.
I mean,
Sell out the fucking Matrix idea that you had going on
Oh,
there.
dude. Okay, yeah. That so. All right. Everything they've been talking about is like all the data shit and everything. What? How did it lead to this? What was it? That led to this?
Secret reports or something like that, and it was like
something,
a glitch.
Something in the
quote-unquote.
secret reports. Oh yeah, they refer to the Dandelion's leader, who was a fake and not supposed to be one of the leaders that the Master picked out as a glitch.
A virus, yeah.
A virus. So I was like, dude, what if everything in this
you talking
fucking
about Ava? Ava's a virus? Or something?
No, what the Ava picked 5 people to be the leader of the Dandelions.
Oh, the
Well, she
Union
didn't-
Cross thing.
Yeah, she didn't pick them. The Masters wrote down who the 5 leaders
Right.
were going
Well,
to be.
one of them like betrayed someone and killed him, right?
Well,
Or some
one
shit.
of them
Yeah.
is a fake. Yeah, one of them is not supposed to be the person that he picked out. So they refer to them as a virus in the system. Like, dude, what if everything is fucking data and this is all the Matrix, and now Sora woke up and he's in the real world, which is why he's in Tokyo. And then Riku goes chases after him, and he ends up in the real world too, and that's why he's there.
No, they're just out of there. They're
Everything
just.
is literally-
And Zora as a
literally
Reaper
real.
waiting,
Listen,
like, what the fuck?
I cannot wait until the opening cutscene it like ends or whatever, and then Sora's just walking to a store and he sees a copy of Kingdom Hearts 1 on PS2, and it's like, whoa, dude, what the fuck?
Whoa.
Dude, I'm
Puts us to
telling you, it's gonna be some Matrix shit like that, dude. I bet.
Listen, it's gonna be
Because remember when Maleficent went back in time, but she ended up in the data world somehow, and everyone's like, how the fuck did Maleficent go back in time and end up in a data world?
yeah.
Well,
The Datascape
who
stuff is
knows?
so fucking.
And she did nothing the entire
I know.
game. On top of the, throw that in there. Her and
Yeah.
Pete literally just walked
It's
around.
literally
and,
just it's literally just more setup for the box, which is for a whole nother arc.
which we still no fucking word of, like literally no fucking word. They literally kept Pete and Maleficent, so we have an idea of a box in the
yeah,
fucking game.
Strelitzia was supposed to be the 5th leader, but
But
people
still,
are assuming it's Brain. Is that confirmed? I don't think that's been confirmed that it was Brain.
I've been hearing a lot of things about how it's brain, apparently.
It seems way too obvious though. Like
Great.
he's
Well-
a dark boding guy who's like, yeah, I'm a bad boy, dude. No one mess
Well,
with
listen,
me.
I don't trust a fucking guy whose name is
What?
Brain.
Ventus.
I
What
would
if it's
never-
fucking Ventus? What if Ventus hasn't read his book of prophecies? What if he fucking or his homework sheet or whatever? What if Ventus is a goddamn cold-blooded murderer, dude?
I mean,
he's been waiting all this time.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyway, I
He's
just
a
either
want
way-
sleeper cell.
either way. We
all right,
got- we
so
good? Got our system?
before we ping Vash, let's give the gameplay your overall rating from 1 to 10.
For just the gameplay or the game? as
Just
a
the
whole?
gameplay. As a game, actually, story 2. Game as a whole. Fuck it, 1 to 10. Give it rough. If you don't want to, you don't have to. I'll start it off first. 7.
Is this
7.
comparing it to other Cage games?
No,
or
this is just,
every
well, I
game?
mean, sure,
As
yeah,
a
sure,
game, I don't
sure.
know.
Yeah, I'd give it like an 8, 7.5, 8.
Okay.
But I also played a different game than y'all because I didn't have AoE magic, so I was doing other shit the whole game.
I didn't play with magic, so it's all right.
I don't know. I mean, like to me, like 5 isn't even like this game's fine or whatever. So I'd say I don't know, like a 6 or 7. It's like
All right, Bloody Biscuits.
Oh, I said 7. Like 7 or
Oh.
a 7 point. Like, but dude, I got people on Twitter like hounding me like this game is a 9.5 out of 10. Anything that's negative is a nitpick.
Dude, Cheese and I were going in on that shit. People would just be like, "This is the best game I've ever played in my life." It's like, dog, wait till the honeymoon.
This is the most
Hey,
Not-
wait,
not even,
wait
like,
till
the
wait till
best
that
game.
honeymoon phase is over, man, and give it a while where they come back after a month or two and they're like, it's gonna be Persona 5 all over again because I played Persona 5 when it came out. I'm like, man, this game kind of plays itself, but it's still fun. I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? This is the best game ever, the best Persona ever made. Year later, it's like, yeah, I mean, it's not as great as I thought. Yeah, I still like 3 more, all this shit. It's like, yeah, I fucking told your ass.
Dude,
All right.
Dumbasses.
not even the greatest game, but like the most important game. Like this
Yeah.
is like the most important
Such a
game of
big
my
deal.
life, dude. Like it's such a big deal and it meant so much for me emotionally. I'm just like, man, get out of here, dude. It's
What
fucking-
about Cage 4 when that comes out? Is that gonna be the most?
I don't know.
Is that gonna be the most important?
And-
Because you
No.
know that's coming now.
Well, it goes back to that like game journals thing where it's like, you know, game of the generation. That was a meme for a while, and then you have this sort of concentrated one within the specific community where it's like best Cage game, best fucking like the most important goddamn thing imaginable. It's like not a lot happened.
Yeah.
What are
It's
the
like
shippers
I guess it
going
wasn't
on about
important enough to
Cheese?
give Kyrie a fucking role, huh? Guess it didn't matter. I guess.
Cheese, what are those shippers going on about? Are people mad that Sora and Riku weren't gay together?
Yeah, yeah. There's some.
Yeah, like super.
There's some really upset people. Like
Some
they
really
saw
upset Fujos out
they
there.
saw Sora and Kyrie holding hands on the tree. They were like, no. They did that. They did that Zemnis shit where Zemnis had a really good pot roast for lunch, and he was like, except it was really angry. He was angry.
So-
This man was mad.
Last thing before we turn it off to me, who is the man that plays Zemnis?
I forget his name. I love
John St. Paul or something like that.
Mr. Cheese.
Cheese. Who's the man that plays Zemnis?
They are wild.
Or Paul St. Peter or some shit like that. I don't know.
He's great.
Paul St. Peter. He is 100% the MVP of this entire fucking game.
He's great.
The best voice actor in this.
Oh,
Like so much emotion. So the
put your
nitty-gritty-
iron in my fire, dude.
Oh my god.
I got
That
that
is-
zebra drip.
Oh yeah, I've got that.
Which he
Caesar
did-
drink.
Which he didn't wear in this game. It sucks.
I
Oh,
know,
well.
I know. All right, so that's all I wanted to say. Everybody that's a sub to BB, go ahead and put bloody gasms in the chat so we can flood it out. I mean spam it, so we can get Vash back in here and we can talk about DMC coming out in 4 days.
Hmm.
Spam it, spam it. All right, cool. It's about that time.
All right, I'm gonna go grab water real quick.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Gonna ping him.
Yep, I pinged him.
All right. Back
What's
in.
up, dude?
What's up, man?
Welcome back.
There we
The
go.
fuck took you so long? Jesus Christ! It's
We
not
actually-
that good of a game.
We actually consolidated it down quite a bit.
Yeah, no, we could have gone on.
We
Yeah.
could have
talked
gone
about
on,
more
but
shit.
we were like, you know what? Let's bring
We
Vash
better
in.
be able to talk this long about 5 when that shit drops.
Oh, we're gonna.
I guarantee it.
I call it
guarantee it.
That
reparations.
shit's gonna be
So,
sick.
Vash, the
Non-disco.
DMC beta is coming out in 3 days.
Yes, it is coming out
Are
Thursday.
you ready, buddy?
Tell us about what we have to look forward to.
So this version of the demo has Nero as the only playable character. I do believe that is the only thing that has been confirmed thus far. Dante is not going to be playable before launch, it seems, which is going to be a little interesting. I'm not too sure how I feel about it, but you know, it's whatever. It is what it has to be. What's really important about this version of the demo, though, for those of you who do not know, first and foremost, is that they added a new Devil Breaker to the mix, whereas before we only had Gerbera, which was the primarily mobility-based Devil Breaker, and Overture, which is just the basic standard, like Force Palm. They're adding Punchline to the mix, which is the arm that you send out, and it sort of does like a multi-hit deal where it just keeps punching the demon, and then you can ride it like it's a fucking skateboard. And it looks really bad, so I want to use it and see how it is.
I got a sandwich,
Nice.
It's on your sandwich.
egg.
Yeah,
Did you,
buddy.
did you punch the bread?
No, I'm not punching this one because it'll fucking blow up, dude.
What the hell, dude, you pussy?
What kind of wait. How do you put your eggs on your bread? How do you like that? Do you scramble or do you just fry
It's
them? up?
fried. It's a fried egg.
Oh, okay. Is it a hard fry or is it like a soft fry? How much yolk do you want in that bitch?
Not much.
Ooh.
Okay, all
look at
right.
Shit. Wait. What else is that in there? Is that some onion? What is that?
Pepper and cheese.
Damn, he's getting spicy.
I know, you gotta put some pepper in there.
We'll
Whoa.
be out of commission for 3 days with the pepper, dude.
But So there's two things that people need to know about this demo. First off, it's available on
The fuck?
It went everywhere, didn't it? Tell me it went
It's on the floor.
What are you doing?
It's the yolk.
You just got Tyler one.
Did you just Tyler? Did you just actually Tyler? What?
That was a beautiful time. Mention our sponsor
That was the most.
for tonight's stream. Clorox disinfecting wipes. Fast and easy to use. Just pop the top off, rip one out of there, and clean up the yolk you put on your fucking sandwich bread, you goddamn degenerate. Anyway, back to good video game. So, you get a new Devil Arm, and you have the ability to carry over your progression in between demo runs. This is relevant for just one reason and one reason only. They give you access to Nico's shop. So, you're going to be able to supposedly get every upgrade for Nero that you have access to within those 3 Devil Breakers, Red Queen, the Blue Rose, and the ability section. So we're going to have a much more clear idea of what loadouts and like developing the Devil Breakers is going to seem like. So that's really relevant. There's a lot of testing to do. Jump canceling is hopefully going to be in this version, so it's no longer going to be an event-only option. People at home will be able to test it. People will be able to work with it. That'll be on PS4 and Xbone.
Vash, hold on.
Get fucked. What?
1 second. I takes the win. I will play you in any Halo game and actually end your life.
You saw the message before it got deleted.
Oh yeah, 100%. I saw it before it got banned. Any Halo game,
Oh yeah.
I will end your life. Point check, you fucking idiot.
Damn.
Alright. Anyways,
So yeah, that I don't know when it's going live. That's the only thing I wish I knew, because it's going out on Thursday. I technically have class Thursday. I'm not going to class.
okay.
I am staying the fuck home, and I am ready for the download on the demo.
For
Alright,
how committed the school Vash has been this whole time. That's some serious shit. When y'all hear him say he's not going.
I'm not going. Why
You're
go?
very
I'm-
committed to school, so.
When the game comes out, I'm probably not going to class because that's a Thursday too, right?
Think so.
If there's no test, I ain't going.
I mean,
Clean up, Shib. You're good.
It ain't during finals.
Yep.
Oh no, it's a Friday.
Oh yeah.
March 8th. Well, I'm taking that Saturday and Sunday off work.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
Let 'em know.
You're in there, dude.
So we're gonna
Devil
be in
May
there.
Cry 5.
Devil May Cry 5.
I think I'll be playing it. I'm gonna stream that shit.
Everybody should be. If you have a PS4 or an Xbone, you may as well fucking play the new version of the demo.
It's free.
It is
I'll be
free.
streaming it. I'll be going in, and then once I'm done my playthrough, I'll go up to Vash and be like, "It was hard. I don't know what I'm doing." And he'll be like, "That shit easy."
That shit's fucking easy, dude.
Mhm.
We'll see. We'll see how much jump canceling really changes the mix. There's
Oh.
rumors circulating of a new trailer. Of a launch trailer
Oh.
coming out once the demo goes live. And if there is no if there is no turbo mode announced in that, then guess what? There's not going to be a turbo mode in the game.
The demo is in 3 days on the 7th February. I don't know when it comes out, time-wise for you, but yeah, it's on the 7th. I was actually mentioning that. I was playing Kingdom Hearts, and I said, I really wish this game had JCs. Holy fuck.
I bet.
Yeah, so, either way.
Good system.
Oh, so be sure to get that. We're all probably gonna play it when it drops. So, season 2 of Dragon Ball came out.
Yeah.
Yep, Jiren and Videl added to the DLC. We talked about it briefly last week. I don't think Dax touched it or Vash.
I haven't touched it yet.
No, I have not loaded that shit up
Or
at all.
Shib. So I'll give you guys a small little
I played
breakdown.
training mode for like 10 minutes. How was that though?
Videl is super sick. She's got some really nasty restand combos. She's basically a better 17, like
Yeah.
100-fold. It's pretty crazy. I've barely played with Jiren at all, but that man's got Android 21 damage written all over him. He's fucking disgusting. He's got bomb loops, the whole works. He's got some nasty shit. A lot of changes have gone down in the game in season 2. Blue Life nerf, which is actually super heavy. Like, you get someone in a long ass combo, they don't get any fucking life back anymore. They can't just spark and get it all back like it was nothing. Now you have to actually. I think a lot more earlier sparks are going to be coming into play now. The way you get bar is way the amount of bar you get now is way less from before. They didn't really buff your defensive options that got buffed were fucking guard cancel, but they've already figured out a way around it. Literally hour 2 of it being out.
You have a burst now too.
Level 3s do a lot more damage. Minimal damage has been increased on it, so like you can get in a short combo and your level 3 will probably kill. Sparking's changed now to where you can spark after on block. That's pretty fucking good for. It's pretty good.
How's the startup on it? Can you can someone like jab and then fucking like see that you're about to spark? It's like it's revving up and then they just stop.
Yeah. No. Actually, no. The only thing that's changed, other than when canceled from an attack, Spark has a slower startup. It has a slower startup, but it's still fast enough to where it's like people won't see it and be like, well,
okay.
It's not reactable.
I didn't want like a Persona 4 thing where someone can do like, you can have poor Labrys do like an alpha counter, and Yosuke can do like jab, see that the alpha counter is like about like hitting him, like he's going through the armor, and then just like stop jabbing and like block it or something.
You can bait it though.
You can still bait it.
If you reflect their spark activation, you don't get knocked back. So
yeah, well that's been the case for a while.
Yeah.
I was just curious if you could like actually press a jab, see the spark happening, and then stop jabbing and block.
Made reflect invincible to sparking after it has caught reflected opponent's move, essentially. Various Thousand Dragon Rush made it impossible to land multiple times in one combo.
Kind of hurts. Yeah, it hurts my team a little bit. It's all right.
Then you get Air Dragon Rush. Now it gives you a slide knockdown. I like it. It helps everybody on the cast essentially. Just by spending that added bar. Guard cancel change added invincibility on it. Ground backdash is increased travel speed. Didn't help shit. Shenron got buffed in a bunch of ways, so you basically can't just spark. Just pick the second spark option every time. Ground tech made it more difficult for airborne opponents to apply pressure in this tech option, so people can actually tech in place and feel a little better about doing it. Delay tech made it possible to go through various different ground tech options up until you are completely knocked down. And now you can get a dramatic finish off of Vanish and not just 5H. So, that's the patch notes. A lot of people are pissed about it because a lot of offensive options got nerfed. And like one defensive option got buffed when people wanted to keep their offensive options up and just have defense get buffed as well. It's like one of those mediums where people always say, oh, we need to buff, like we need to over buff things so we can see other things that need to get buffed as well. And it's one of those things where they nerfed offense so much to a degree where now the defensive options feel like they're still not enough, but it's enough to make it feel like the offensive option just isn't viable anymore. So you're going to be seeing a lot more turtling in the game where they were trying to speed up by adding multiple, like they were trying to speed up the game by adding like minimal damage increase on like level 3s and stuff like that. But I mean, now with offense being so shot, like people are just gonna over time slow down the game and just wait for footsies and
like there will be more neutral, but the problem is that the game is already so long as is that it's just gonna drag things out even more.
Yeah, already takes forever to play a best of 3 in this game, dude.
Like one of the things I have kind of an issue with is the nerf on like like if you do, for example, a level 1 and you like say you do Krillin disc level 1 while you call Vegeta keeps him in place, and you do another disc. Like the damage is like so tiny on every level 1 if you give it a gap like that.
Goku got nerfed doing that shit.
Yeah, so if you do level 1 beam and then you do the knockdown 1 and do level 1 beam, like the damage afterwards is awful. So what they're trying to do is that they're trying to eliminate situations where it's like you have character A and he does combo into level 1, and then you call character B's level 1, and then you're able to do another level 1 after it with say you do like combo with Piccolo, you do Piccolo special beam and you call Vegito and he does the thing. Special beam ends, you can do another thing like that, and then you can call another level 1 after it. So basically, instead of doing level 1 to kill, they're trying to encourage you to do like level 1, level 3, just the standard thing. So it's kind of unfortunate they're sort of forcing that.
I feel like it will probably. I feel like that will get reverted because a lot of people about it. They don't.
I mean, I don't know how much to listen to that.
I don't know.
My problem is that it's affected things. It's affected certain things in a really weird way to where, like, I mean, I'm a little better about it because like that was a big thing with my team and that got nerfed a lot. But like, if you do if you do any super, though this I don't think it's supposed to apply this way. If you do any super and then immediately start attacking afterwards, it's like Vanish. There's gonna be a set amount of time, or not. Well, it's not like Vanish because it doesn't apply to a combo. It's just there's a set amount of time to where you will do like no chip damage until, I'm sorry, you will. I'm getting mixed up. It's like Vanish, yeah, where you build like no meter for like a set amount of time. If you go into Golden Frieza and then just like you just do it at neutral, and then you go in and you start attacking, you build like a pixel of meter for a good like several seconds until you actually start. It's really fucking annoying. There's stuff
You
like
have
that.
to have a longer combo for your fucking ki to start charging up.
Right, and it's just like you get no benefit for those. It's stuff like that to where I'm like, did you not like think about that? Like there's stuff like that that's really annoying to me.
They put as much thought into that as they did for their tournament finals.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, 8 hour top 8, haha. 8 hour 8-man tournament.
Oh, Yamcha's level 1 and level 3. I actually saw someone do that after the patch, and it didn't look like it was affected.
No, because the minimal damage on level 3s have been increased, so it helps. And you can if you can combo
it's
level 1 and a
affected.
level 3, it's fine. Like
Yeah,
that's not much of an issue. It's about doing something in between with the same character, doing 2 level 1.
Yeah.
Like my touch of death with like 21 Gohan hasn't changed because I go level 1, level 1, level 1, level 3. If I go level 1, level 1, level 1 like 4 times, that damage will be there.
So like for example, my
What the fuck
team,
is wrong with my
like
wrist?
my team, I would do a combo basically where whatever character I was using, I would end it in a level 1, and I would go to Broly, and I would immediately go to Piccolo. And so while Broly is doing his fucking like sniff my pits pose before he goes and fires the ball, like the ball pops them up right at the end of my super, right at Piccolo's super, and I'm able to do the grab, the anti-air grab, and then go into another special beam, and it can kill with 4 bars. Can't do that anymore. Now the only way I can kill with that is if I have level 3. So so
I can understand it.
Yeah.
Vidal's tight. She's
Oh, I
super
bet.
cool.
What about Jiren?
Like I said
Jiren-
before, Jiren cool.
I was
He
watching
do
some Jiren.
damage.
This man wacky.
His heavy. Okay, so
This man
instead of a 2H, instead of a 2H to anti-air, his is a 2S, and he basically beams your ass and you die. Like, because this man's damage is unreal. Like, he's got bomb loops, he's got everything, dude. Like, Jiren's super good. He doesn't have a 2L, but he doesn't fucking need it. He hits you, you die. His heavy is a command grab. You don't got no special heavy or anything like that. It's light, medium, grip. You can get interrupted, but I mean, that shit fast. And if you're not quick enough, that shit, he'll grab you out of whatever you're fucking. I got grabbed out of a fucking 2H. He's just like, what the fuck? And beamed me in the dick. I don't know. He's strong. His auto combo's super good. Solid.
What the fuck is his down to his 2H in air though?
It's like a
He does,
weird
like, the
delay.
spin
Yeah,
shit.
spin. But you can set that up with your key, which gives him enough hit stun so he can.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's basically like he gets a slide knock, like he gets a hard knockdown like every time.
Yeah, up
Pretty
anything.
much. It's good. Good. He does have mad counters. He has one for high, one for low, and one for both. His EX is both. And
I don't like how they're going in the direction with this game with that. Too many counters, in my opinion.
Well, I
Starting
mean,
to look
Videl
like
Videl has a
Smash
counter, but I mean, it costs a bar, and it doesn't do that much damage. The one that does big dick damage is the go on popping up, and he's like, "Whoa, Videl's hurt! Whoa!" And he does great Saiyaman words, shit like that. It's cool. But I mean, overall, he's pretty sick. I liked it. I like Videl. She's cool. Bye 21. That's all I can say. Because I still don't got a beam assist. Why can't they add like a character with a beam assist? Please, just add another one. I'm sick of having two.
Or just have 2 assists for every character.
There you go.
Ooh.
Big,
That's why I've been asking for since like day one. Oh well.
It's true. Oh well.
Why would they
Fuck
give you more options? That's dumb.
Wow, it's almost like they want the game to play the same for everybody.
For everybody. Wow.
Whatever, dude. It's look. Point is that I'm gonna have 2 Broly's on my team, and it's gonna be funny as shit.
You are
So,
gonna have two
I'm
Broly.
gonna have 2. I'm gonna have 2
People don't care.
Broly's, and their gay bald son Piccolo, who's just gonna be in between them, hanging out. It's gonna be
I
sick.
love my dads.
I love my dads.
Bro, if you want to play Magneto, just play Nova.
Yeah, it's a pretty good function. Look, we don't talk about.
We should play
Look,
no.
look, that was Data Combo Fiend. He wasn't. That wasn't actually him.
That was Replica combo.
That was Replica Combo Fiend, dude. I could smell the fucking dark.
I just
Oh,
saw
shit.
this picture that fucking Jamie put in the Goon Squad. Oh my god. I'll put it in here.
I can't look at it 'cause I can't switch out on my Discord though.
I can put it in here.
Hit me with it.
I'll put it in here. Yo, thank you to Jamie for this one.
Kind of
Oh
It's
my
honestly
god.
feeling anymore like they will do
What?
anything. Yeah, dude. The Caribbean, dude.
Oh shit. Yeah. There we go.
Oh,
there we
God.
go, dude. That's it. It's gonna immortalize this. There you go, man. Hey,
Oh my
Kingdom
god.
Hearts 3. Fuck me.
Is
dude.
Arxis in charge of the game, or is it more of Namco? Namco's more in charge of the game. Arxis is just public.
Yeah, honestly, at this point, it would seem like they are doing everything in their power to not have to cave to push block. Which is this is
Yeah,
the weirdest thing. Like everybody just keeps saying the same fucking thing. They want better defensive options. Like that's all I've heard. Nobody's like just fucking, put in anything other than that. Everybody keeps suggesting some form of metered push block, that and metered snap.
Yeah.
Those 2 things. And what do they fucking do? Be like, hey, dude, we've made
What
it so
about all
fucking...
this other stuff that accidentally nerfed half the cast that no one was already playing because they're too weak?
Oops.
Well,
I mean, I would just like here. It's funny that they ended up fucking up a lot of things to make snapback meta more effective because neutral game is a lot like mid-screen games a lot scarier now because of the threat of like certain like guard scan options and things like that, and like damage nerfs across the board and all this other stuff. And like yeah, you can get around a lot of the guard cancel shit by just getting someone in the corner and just snapbacking them to death. And it's like all they had to do was just make snapback just cost a bar, and to where people would be like, oh, well, I could go for the setup, but I would end up losing a lot of bar. So like a lot of other things, it's like, okay, I can go with that and spin the bar, but go for like a mix up, or I can just save my bar and try to get raw damage on another hit.
okay. Let's take this in a slightly more positive direction. What is good about the new patch? Conceptually, personally, I like the blue life change.
Blue
I like
life
that too.
change. I really like that. I actually
That was
like the
needed.
meter
I
change.
fucking adore that.
I like
that's
the meter
gonna
change.
cut down on issues like we said with Spark, to where it's going to encourage more places during the fight where you'd want to use spark, as opposed to saving
It keeps the game aggressive.
Yeah, it keeps the fucking game moving. Thank God.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel like playing the game for. I mean, I want to play the game for like 16 hours, but I don't want it to be over the course of 4 games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could bump it up to
Well,
at
no,
least
the games
8.
are going to be long now because everyone's going to turtle.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
Good.
Like, people
You
are just
have
going to
no
end up turtling
idea
out.
how badly people need to start blocking.
Yeah.
But now now it's more of a case of like, okay, well, I see Gohan do immediately go into the legs, and it's like, oh, okay, well, he started doing legs, let me just guard cancel, and then you're just out. It's free because you're fully invincible to any of it. So you wait till they commit to some sort of special. And so now there's going to be a lot of like jab short, wait.
Yep.
Which I'm in the habit of doing anyway.
DPs got fucked too. I don't know if you said that. DPs are fucked now.
Yeah, DP, you can't. It's like what we thought they were doing last time and they didn't. Was that we thought they were doing it so that like if Gohan does DP and he calls he can call an assist afterwards or whatever and keep him safe. Now you actually can't do that anymore.
Well, you can if it hits.
If it hits, if they block it, no, you can't. You're blocked.
Is it block too? I thought on block you could still banish it.
No, on block
you can't. On block you can't. You can on block like if it's fully invincible, you cannot vanish it.
Can't do anything.
If it's frame 1, you can vanish.
Lots of staggered cancel. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
That's what I've been doing now. Videl, I just go in there and start doing a block string, then I stop.
Well, but even
then I do another, and then I keep on going. Like,
you'd want to be doing that.
What are they gonna
anyway,
fucking do?
because...
Like guard cancel? Okay, I'm gonna stop and heavy that ass. Like, you can still punish it. It's just more or less like people. It's more or less you're getting too antsy with your button.
Yeah, you want.
Yeah, but Guilty Gear is Roman canceling.
It's true.
Yeah, Guilty Gear also has fucking FD and instant block FD.
Yeah.
And fucking and dead angle attacks.
Yeah.
Just like fucking spend a bar in the middle of a block string. Just get the fuck off of me. Not then, now. And I don't have to fucking spend my not my one.
It's mine, dude, and I want it now.
Arxis is so weird about this kind of shit because they had like I was saying earlier, you had guard cancels in Persona 4, but they were awful. Like you had guard cancels, but they were actually like shit. Because they would vary depending on the character. Some of them would be okay, like Chie's was retarded. But then again, like Labris, everyone in the just dominate Labris. Because one of the major reasons, because if she guard cancel, it took her so long. The startup was so long on it that you could do like 2 or 3 jabs with any of the characters, see it happening, and then just either stop or like just DP. Yeah, like I could do 3 jabs with the Yosuke and then just DP, and Yosuke like, haha, he trips her. It was a joke. Like there was stuff like that was just
stupid.
Shit. So like it had all these like defensive options, but like some of them were just shit. So the game was still fucking super just Kusuge. It was just super fucking in your face, all nonstop.
It's really.
I liked it. It was still fun. I liked it, but yeah, it was just all these ideas. I'm like, that's cool. It just doesn't work.
Yeah.
Honestly, like this, it's so weird how. Actually, it's really weird to make that comparison because Guilty Gear, by comparison, has. Like fucking 80 million things you can do to get out of any
has fucking tons.
This game has like 2.
Yeah.
And once you're blocking, you're blocking.
Yeah.
Like, you commit hard to that action.
No, you can burst now, dude. They gave you a burst.
Why the fuck would you ever? Oh, it's so dumb.
Yeah, I can't imagine a situation like unless you really don't want to eat this combo.
Why would I worry about bursting on guard when I can spend 1 bar to get like a mostly free guard cancel? Like you have like look at the right thing. Like
if you're solo, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if I see if you're fucking retarded and you're trying to guard cancel and it's like a 2M mid screen, then yeah, they fly for a fucking year before they touch you, and then you just get it. And now it's more negative on block, so you can like dash up 2M them to like punish them on like mid screen. Now it's crazy, but like if someone does like a full dun dun dun, like if I'm playing Broly, right, and if I do fucking like LL M 2M. Or like 5M H or whatever into what's it called, the fucking corticosteroid S, like the thing where he just like pulls out the fucking ball. Yeah, like if you see that starting to come out and I call like Piccolo assist or something and all this crazy shit, and then it's like the moment you start seeing that, you just guard cancel and like the assist goes away, you get out for free and it's fully invincible.
And then it's back to neutral.
So like why would you spark?
Yeah.
And the problem is that the fucking neutral in field, it does not feel good to be a like mid distance to your opponent
No.
because everything is just so goddamn unga. That's really what it is too. Is like what footsie game are you playing? Who's shimmying shit?
The only footsie game I play now, like with Videl, I do the dash up, jump, get that nice fucking momentum jump, and just stick out my fucking medium kick, and I hope that shit hit.
That's
'Cause
what
if
I
it
do.
do, I confirm it
well,
into H.
you know, I've been doing that with Piccolo for ages. I'll just dash up and
Yeah.
just get the momentum, or whatever. I'll just throw in like the double hit to him, and if it doesn't hit, then I just fly across you and I go to the other side of the screen and I do it again later on. It's
That's all. It's all I do, man. It's
whatever.
just
It's
stay
just
away.
like,
Hey,
it's like, hey, if you jumped and you blocked it, okay, cool. I do do the 2 hits of the jump in, do a couple falling jabs, and then you're in a string. If you get hit, then 2H, and I get a combo. It's fucking whatever. I don't know. Just jump.
it's fucking neutral game, dude.
hit move, hit button, do thing.
Now game it will be. He's gonna jump. Me go other side of the screen. Me no want to hit. Oh no, he super dash. No assist.
So yeah,
Gonna
I
be-
don't know.
No, let's all just go.
It's gonna piss me off because I already hate turtling. I already hate turtling in Dragon Ball. That shit pisses me the fuck. Go in. What are you
No,
fucking waiting for? We got 300 seconds. I was like, let's go.
I plan on using every 300 of those seconds.
I know.
Every second in the round is a
Nobody ever
blessing,
won
and
a game
I'm
blocking, dude.
have you
Right.
seen me?
I mean,
Yeah.
Dax,
Have you seen my gameplay?
I'm
You
disgusted.
can't kill someone by blocking, dude.
You really can.
Watch
though.
me try.
you can kill them mentally. You can
Yeah,
discourage them.
dude. Yeah, dude.
That's me. I break down so easy when it comes to just ultra defense. Me no go in, he will go in. Me no, and I'm just like I'm sitting there in the corner fuming. I'm that one black kid meme going. Ah! Ah! That's me. I want you to go in so bad. I'm just go.
That's why.
What are we
that's why you
doing?
challenge everything, dude. EA Sports.
It's like
Dax, we
I'm in
should
the
play.
corner
Same
and I'm getting
game.
ready for a mix-up, and I'm like, and I see them just back away. It's like, wait, you're letting me out? Hold on. What are you doing? Stop! I'm like, that's just.
They should add it. They should put Whis in the game just so he can reset the round counter. Just his level 3, just 300 seconds back on the clock. I'm back to holding down back, kids. Let's do it. Try to DR me. Try to DR me in
But
5 frames of lag.
It's
You'll probably
almost March, Dax.
Huh?
Maybe Arxis won't fuck up their next fighting game.
What
Persona
Arxis?
5 Arena.
No, wait. Who's actually developing the Grand Blue Fighter?
Arxis?
Arxis.
Why the fuck does it only have 1 button supers? Specials.
Because people want. people
Because
play
well,
the
Vash,
fighting
how do you
games.
think you play Grand Blue?
You don't. That's the secret.
I'm. How the fuck do you think you play Grand Blue, Vash?
We're in the day and age where people want people to buy their fighting games. They don't just want to make them for the hardcore audience anymore.
Yeah.
But we
So
have
they've gotta
characters
make
like
it
Mai
easy.
for that.
Yeah, but they're gonna
Yeah,
get
but-
washed by someone who knows what they're doing. So if everybody is brain dead,
Who
then-
is honestly
then no one
going to
has an
tournaments
advantage.
for Grand Blue?
Some fucking
Okay,
weebs,
let me
probably.
check out some names for you. Do you think nondescript femboy 2298 who works at a gas station, Yolf, do you think Yolf is going to go to a fighting game tournament, or do you think Aceuhh Grendel, sitting here in his scuffed ass low lighting fucking bedroom,
Hi,
is gonna
I'm
turn out
Asa.
tournament?
Where's that picture, dude?
That's
Where's that
well,
fucking-
that's not a fair comparison because Ace will be at the tournament already, but he not for Grand Blue, but he'll enter it anyway.
Yeah.
If you tell him that the grand prize is a pack of Pokemon cards, he'll enter it.
I'll enter. Hey.
Oh, he'll enter in a
Pokemon, yo,
flash, dude.
Pokemon's for stakes, yo. How do I play this character?
I like to press
Oh.
one button. What the fuck?
Where
What the
is it?
fuck?
Here's the picture. There it is. Found it.
No, that's the entire thing there. Just give me another Guilty Gear and remove YRC. That'd be great.
What is wrong with YRC, dude?
It fucking eats inputs.
Mm.
You
So
you just
it's-
give
yeah.
fucking just press 3 buttons. The game freezes. Like, okay,
There he is.
on the one hand, you just like you chuck out a button and you YRC it. and then bada bing, bada boom, you're out of your state. You just chuck it out, and for 25 meter, you just reset to neutral position.
Or you could just play Venom.
But it's the same issue. Like, okay, the only cool applications of YRC to me are for like chucking out projectiles, YRCing it, and then doing. But even then, that's kind of unga. I just like it because it's some DMC shit. Or you do a fucking movement option and YRC into neutral state, and then the momentum carries you through. You do that all the time with Jam's Dragon Kick.
Yep.
Is Raven
That's it.
still Unga?
Motherfucker, his arms are so goddamn long. Of course he's still Anga. What do you mean?
Stretchy boy.
Stretchy boy. He's basically Gumby.
30 minutes of playing Raven was the most fun I ever had. Dude.
He's my favorite character in that game because I've never seen a fighting game character that has a meter for how horny they are. That is my favorite thing ever.
Doesn't
I love it.
Jury's Isn't it just basically Jury's V trigger?
No, because Raven's different because the model of his bulge gets noticeably bigger when his meter goes up. It's great.
Oh, whoa!
It's really great. He just gets super horny and just beats your ass. And I love
but
it.
I want to go to Kill tournaments. I'll be there.
Let's just fucking play
If
tag.
Rambloo happens to be there, hey.
Hey,
Whatever
yeah,
happens,
and there, fuck it. I'll be at the Kill tournament.
Bro, they got fucking... Dude.
Hmm.
They got Jotaro and Dio in fucking Jump Force now,
Talk
dude.
to me
They've
about that
tried
fucking
so
game, dude.
hard
That
to
shit
get
looks so
people to buy that
ass.
game.
Looks
Fuck
so
it, they have a good game.
Asa
What if they had
can
a
fucking
good
tell you.
game with this roster, dude?
Asa can
I
tell
would
y'all if
fucking
anyone
nut,
if
dude.
anyone has this. Okay, Asa, right now I want you to talk to anyone in this chat who has that fucking game pre-ordered and tell them to save their goddamn money because that game's fucking whack.
Stop.
Tell me about it.
You need to
Did you
stop.
play it?
Oh, I played the open beta.
Oh, I never
Stop.
played it.
Don't
I know it's
play
gonna be
that
trash.
game.
I'm just saying the roster
No.
is sick.
I'm
Like, what if
telling
we
you,
had?
you
What if we had a
pre-ordered.
good game with that roster, dude?
Oh, that'd be great.
It'd be so sick. But
So that ain't the game we're playing.
if you have Jump Force pre-ordered, get your money back immediately. That game is so bad. It's terrible. I played it. Look, my favorite shonen boy is in there. I got in there because he's busted one and he's in there. He's fucking tight as shit.
Who
Ichigo Kurosaki.
Is he
right?
busted?
Oh yeah, he's so strong. He's got a parry level 1, and it just sets you up for a free
Something like
fucking
that.
combo. It's so ridiculous, right? But the issue is the game is so bad. It looked terrible. Like, you guys saw that, you were like, whoa, realistic Dragon Ball, realistic fucking Yugi Moto. It looks like, I've been saying this since the day they premiered at E3 or whatever. It looks like a 19-year-old got all these models from fucking Unreal fucking open source engine, put it in a fucking game and said, all right, look at him go!
Bro, I'd rather play Mugen than that shit, dude.
Bro, I would play Mugen more than that fucking game. That game is so, like, the motion blur. Like, on PC, I hope you can turn it off. If you're gonna play it on PC, because you can't turn it off on fucking PS4. The motion blur, you don't know, it's so fucking bad. They took a whole bucket and just dumped that shit right in, full of fucking motion blur. Like, you turn your camera, and it's just...
Professor X from Powerpuff Girls stirred in the motion blur. They hit.
You
their
guys
fucking
see my
finger
hand
and
right
that shit
here?
poured in.
My hand is gonna turn at the rate of Jump Force. It's so bad. Like, because I've been Dax knows I said I don't care. I'm gonna play this game Ichigo in it. Me play Ichigo. Me
okay.
play the Ichigo. Me
Bro,
sad.
Hiei looks so fucking bad. Hiei looks like garbage, dude. They
Yeah.
got Hiei and fucking Yusuke, and fuck God, the roster is so incredibly sick, and the game is fucking terrible, dude. It's such a travesty.
I know, dude.
It's
Oh,
the worst
God.
thing you could ever see in your entire life.
Well,
But yeah,
I
don't
want to
believe
whoop.
the
I want
back
to
in
play as
Marvel 4.
fucking Jotaro Kujo and whoop Yami Yugi's ass, dude. But I can't fucking do that now because
Yo,
the game's
imagine
garbage.
that. Like, you just get in there, Yugi's in there, and then you just go, "Ugh."
Fucking Star Platinum just came and whoops his fucking ass, dude.
That shit would have
Like,
been
fuck your
tight.
dual monsters, dude. Eat my fucking stand fizz.
Nice fucking dual disc. I'll take them star chips, you idiot. Like that shit is so sick, but not for me, guys.
One of the worst characters, one of the worst looking characters on that game is fucking poor old Deku. Oh, that art style does not work, and most of them don't, but his especially, because he had like the big ol' eyes with the beady little pupil. No. Ugh,
You know who
nasty.
looks the worst in the game after playing it?
Hmm.
Gone.
Yeah, the Hunter x Hunter characters look fucking terrible.
They looked really.
Gone looks so terrible.
Yeah.
Like you get a side profile, his face is literally flat, his
So
eyes are flat, there's nothing. He's literally just a flat face with a nose, dude. It's terrible.
Bro, Kingdom Heart 102. Anyone that says that shit ain't a fucking fighting game player.
What?
If anyone says that Jump Force is the best fighting game ever.
Oh, I'm sure.
Well, look. You know how many people think Xenoverse is the best fucking
You know how many
fighting
people
game?
were like,
Fucking
man,
Dragon Ball fighting game of all time?
Fighters is so whack. It doesn't even have the same amount of characters as Xenoverse does. Play me in a real Dragon Ball game. Ooh, okay.
Bro, have you seen Beerus in that game? He looked like a starving hairless cat. And he's a starving hairless cat. Ugh.
Oh god.
It's just bad. It's not.
So are you excited for P5 Arena Dex?
Hey man.
And all 5 characters?
Oh, what the fuck?
They're gonna have two
We're gonna get
versions
some
of
water.
Makoto.
God.
They're gonna just do the fucking time skip in the game. Like, hey, we got 10 characters.
They're looking at Mortal Kombat 11 and be like, yeah, we could just do some time travel shit, get like 4 of the same character, that'll fill out our cast.
Is MK11 doing that?
Yeah. Well, that's more plot specific. It's not like there's gonna be a bunch of different characters that are the same person, but like there's gonna be like variations of shit based on like different eras of the character, because there's like plot shit happening about some like time fuckery or whatever else. I don't really understand any of that, but because in the big reveal trailer they had a thing where like Scorpion fights or like sees like young Scorpion. He has like the old classic outfit. So like,
Or are they bringing back MK3 Sub-Zero with his man bun?
His man bun.
Yeah.
Hey, bring me back bring me back Cyber Sub and Noob.
Dude,
That shit
fucking
was-
Cyber Sub was sick, and
Cyber Sub
Robot
was kinda
Smoke
sick.
was sick too,
Yeah,
dude.
Robot Sub. That kind of shit was pretty neat in 9.
Were they in 9? I didn't
That was
play
in 9. Well, that was they changed some shit around to where like, 9 was like a sort of retread of 1 through 3, except it was it was Raiden going back and like affecting like trying to recreate like the timeline or whatever. And so there's always like
Oh wait, yeah, I did play 9. I did play 9. That was that was the first like new next gen one, wasn't it?
Yeah. And so there are all these different nuances with the plot and everything, but then you had instead of it being let's see, because in the old games it was Robot Smoke. Smoke got turned into a cyborg, if I remember right. In 9 you have regular Smoke. Like that was a new thing, I think, where you play as like regular Smoke. He's not a cyborg. But then Sub-Zero became a cyborg, and they had a bonus DLC character. I think it was DLC or unlockable that was Cyborg Sub-Zero, and it was like a new thing. It was super sick. So that was neat. Hold on. Shib, you there? It's like frozen.
Oh, he sure is.
It's not a very attractive image to get frozen on. This happened last time too. Wait, what was it? No. Was it BB who got frozen last time because he was looking?
Yeah.
He was just like really admiring this bowl of food that he had or something like that.
Yeah, dude, he was really into
Jamie is not Jamie. Shit, fucking saw Jamie in the chat. Shib. Oh man, he is.
Oh no, poor Shiv, dude.
Dude, he's thinking about that girl from back in middle school, man. He's like, fuck, man.
Oh God.
I could have made this work. Shit. Done a breakdown. Photoshop a dick.
Not bad. Oh yeah.
Well,
Vash.
What up?
Father is making some pepper jelly soon.
ooh.
He'll be sending you some here soon.
Peppa Jetty.
He mentioned he was, and I was like, Dad! Oh, there he goes.
Hold on. Got this for right now. I will get rid of the names until he come back.
All good.
See, I come prepared.
Hey, thankfully, somebody.
There we go. Standing guard.
Someone has to do it.
Or no guard follow-ups?
Oh man. So, what else the fuck happened this? Did any fucking? Oh, Resident Evil 2 came out.
I gotta play it. It's fucking scary
Yeah,
though,
same,
dude.
man. I gotta play it, dude.
Shit, but
You guys haven't played it yet?
No.
No, I haven't had the time.
People are having a blast though. Like, I'm really happy it's been
That's
doing
only
so
a
well.
counter hit, isn't it?
I'm about to get fucking Monster Hunter World for the PS4.
Dude, Iceborne, we got the DLC coming out, and that is in. Do y'all know when that was gonna be? Someone in chat know?
Ah, interesting.
The Iceborne
Nice.
DLC, because they're doing that same shit that they did with PC. They're just gonna keep running it to where they have the content spread out like really far apart, which I think is kind of unfortunate. Yeah, like there was so little in the base game to do when it came to like making ice weapons, or when making stuff that would be good against ice and things like that. Actually building stuff to where it's like there's like no monsters, nothing in the game that really takes advantage of a lot of that. And I was like, man, it really would have been cool if I had something like that. And then they fucking announced Iceborne. I'm like, oh, there it is. So,
I have no clue.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I fucking like right now. Life has been KH3, work, sleep. As of right now, stream, fun.
Mhm.
I literally got my ear blown out the other night, so that was fun.
It's always good.
Yeah. Luckily, I wasn't wearing cams. I didn't have cam on to fucking do a really aggressive Fortnite dance.
Yeah, for those in chat who don't know, Aceuhh has the best emote or the best bit
Those are all.
notifications
Oh my god.
out of everyone. Oh, hold on.
That base boosted shit.
So
God.
so he has the.
Well, let me just say
you tell
before
him,
you go
yeah,
forward.
it's
No,
your-
you go.
it's your
You
stream.
can tell him. I stole it from Shib. That's all
Oh,
I'll say.
Shib's idea.
I stole Shib's idea.
For the Fortnite stuff, for the
For
bit,
the bit.
the bit
Oh, the
notifications.
base boosted
Oh, that
Fortnite.
was your idea. Okay, well,
Yeah.
shout outs to Shib then.
But every time someone donates 500 or 1,000 bits in my stream, a really, really loud, bass boosted default Fortnite dance comes on, and the whole chat dies because
it's-
they get to eat it just like I.
It's
Because
so fucking loud.
I
It
my
is-
notifications on my stream, and every time I get a host, I jump. It scares the shit out of me. I was like, when I'm fucking playing a game, I'm pretty goddamn focused, and then I just hear, "Ba-ding!" and I'm just like, "What the fuck?" Dude?
I hosted him yesterday. He really goes, I fucking hate notifications. Ace, thanks, man, for the 10-viewer host. Appreciate it, dude. All I know is, like, someone donate, like, so, yeah, I said it, so 500,000. 500, it's like, it's kind of base boosted. It's a little bit fried. 1,000, I swear to God, if my stream ever becomes big, that's the 10,000 donated bid sound, because
It's
Woo!
so loud. It's so fucking
it's
loud.
so fucking loud.
It's just-
Like, it hurts me because I'm just like, Jesus fucking Christ! Thank you.
I need to
So
link
bad.
the clip.
Oh, the
for them.
clip?
Yeah. The
Oh,
one I've never
man.
seen. Because that's the one where you're like, oh shit, and you get both. You get the 500 and the 1,000 in this clip.
Yeah.
So if y'all want to see what it's like, click that. So the first one when Ace is like, oh shit, and it gets on, that's the main one. And then I got a little.
Yeah.
I was curious, so I donated 1,000 bits to hear what the really base boosted one was, and
With the real manly shit.
he wasn't fucking kidding. It's
No,
it's,
no.
uh,
I don't fuck around when it comes.
That bitch loud. Jesus fuck. When are you doing that,
Alright.
BB? When are you gonna just like bass boost the fuck out of something? That's what you should have done for like when you first played Cage. Every time, just to discourage people from donating too much or trying to do some fuck shit where they make like fake names that are like Cage spoilers or whatever. Just make it where oh shit, if they
Right.
donate, it's gonna be something super loud, super fucking loud.
Well, then all they have to do is mute, and then they don't give a shit.
Yeah, but they're not ready for it the first time.
But they would know. They would.
My logic is flawless.
Are you watching it, BB?
Oh yeah. Oh.
It's so loud.
Oh man.
The 500 was like, all right, loud, and then the 1K is just like, good fucking.
Dude, I have fucking Crazy Bus as my sub notification. I don't know if y'all know what that is.
God,
That-
no, I know,
that
I know,
shit
I
is
know.
crazy.
It plays loud as fuck, and I was streaming at like 6:30 in the morning like 2 weeks ago, and then Sonic randomly showed up. He's like, "Hey, what's up, Shib?" I was like, "Hey, what's up, Sonic?" And then someone subbed, and it was just like, and he just like, he literally, Sonic just types, "What the fuck was that?" That just scared the shit out of me.
Fucking Crazy Bus.
My shit
God.
yesterday, like the other day, someone like 4 people donated 1,000 bits over time. I think Dax, you did one of them. Oh my
Yeah.
god! Like I'd get up and just be exhausted from like the sound in general because it's just like, oh my god, thank you so much. And then like Sonic showed up in that chat too. He was like, "What's going on?" And then he's like, what the fuck?
Oh fuck.
It's funny, like, if you guys want to see any good compilation on YouTube, just really loud sub notifications. Jake and Bake is one of the funniest ones
Oh yeah.
Oh, Jake and
because
Yeah.
when he's out in public, people just start subbing. I think it's like a donation over like $50. The fucking speaker just starts screaming. Or some shit like that, like wherever he is in public. It's
Well,
fucking
it has
good.
that really like loud one where it's the yo ding ding ding
Yeah.
that fucking thing or whatever. And
That's
it
just a
plays-
sub
He's got the
notification.
Yeah, but it's still
Gachi-gasm.
super loud. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got the Gachi-gasm one too. That's
Yeah.
fucking loud as shit too. And it goes on for fucking ever.
The funniest shit, and I'll never understand why people would do this, is they'll just be out in public doing, fucking just have their stream on for their phone and like have the audio coming through the phone, and they have it set to where you can like donate or subscribe or whatever and put like and link something that will play, right? Like link a video that will only play if you donate something. It's
Yeah,
like the
media
class.
share.
It's the classic things that we used to watch with the fucking guy who would get mad because he would stream with RuneScape doing that, and he would have people coming in like spamming songs that like hard cut to the N word really really loud, right? And
Fucking Ice Poseidon,
and
dude.
so right,
you
you have
can't do
you have
that
Ice
in
Poseidon.
public. You know you can't do that shit in
But
public.
I've seen so many clips of people doing that. And there's the classic one where it's like oh god, I can't remember now what it was specifically. What he was like in Japan or something, like in just this one white dude alone in the back corner of like some ramen bar or something like that. And there's all these people and they're really full, and it just starts. I can't remember what it was. Something very.
It was the sucky, fucky. We
It
love
was,
you
it
long
was
time.
yeah, it was like something like that. I know I've seen other clips where it will just start blasting just really loud porn sounds or whatever, and people are in public and they're like looking around all these people that don't speak their fucking language and just like, I'm sorry, whatever. Like I don't know how you have the fucking balls to put that shit on in that kind of space. I don't know.
Bro, the funniest fucking one is still when fucking Wreckful was in England. And then he's like reading the chat when he's across from his Forsen and then some girl, I don't know who the girl was, and there's like a table of old ladies behind them, and then he's just like reading the chat and he's like talking to the girl, I think her name was Nana or something. He's like, Nana, they want you to ask the ladies behind him if you can eat their asses. And then she's just like, I have to go, I'm so sorry. And she's like so embarrassed, and he's like, what? And she's like, Rickful, they're British, they speak English. And he's like, oh, I didn't know. And like the ladies are like turned around just like looking at him as he says this shit, and like when he said like the eat the ass part, they're just like, what the fuck? They're like, one of them was like kind of laughing, but they're just like, this guy's so fucking stupid, dude.
They speak English. Oh, I didn't know that. He had.
Oh no.
I can't imagine anyone that being like fucking. No, he had to have been fucking with her. It's funny either way, but holy
Yeah,
shit!
it was fucking funny as shit the first time I saw that clip.
Jesus Christ.
What you doing, Vash?
Playing Leo.
Leo?
He's getting ready for the best new fighting game that's gonna be on the market.
Tekken.
Power Rangers Battle for the Grid.
Oh, yo! That game looks so tight.
What do you
What the
mean?
fuck?
Bro,
Have you not
if
seen it?
Bro,
It
if
looks
they fix
whack.
the hit stop, then we might have
This.
a decent game, dude. Better than
man.
Jump Force. Better than Jump Force.
It's not hard
Yeah?
to be bad.
It's better. Yeah. Hey.
Okay, I'll say that I was not expecting a hyper fighter with assists when I heard about this game being announced.
I didn't either.
That gameplay knocked me on my ass, even though it looks pretty whack still. I was like, whoa, hyper fighter with fucking meters and assists? What the fuck?
Yo, bro, that shit looks amazing. Like that fucking that Power Rangers fighting game. That shit about to be the next Marvel. When
Yeah, we don't need Marvel 4 anymore. Yes, we do. I don't mean that Capcom please keep making it.
Please keep the ball rolling. I want it so bad.
Yeah, the hit stop is fucking awful. Like, if you do a hyper combo like, or a super, you can fucking write a book at your lunch in the time this shit takes to go off because it fucking pauses on every single fucking hit of the fucking.
And they already said that they're gonna address that.
But apparently Justin Wong is like a balance dev for it.
Yeah.
See, that's a big yikes for me because he's a super normie. But I don't know. Just because he is a super
he'll
normie.
make it Marvel, dude. He likes Marvel 3.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, well, you can only hope because. Oh yeah, congratulations to Justin Wong. He's now a father.
Jay Wong, Bucks. There we
What?
go. All right, we got to move on.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a dad
Oh,
now.
good for him. I know he just got
he did.
signed to with him and 2 other people to a new
Yeah.
team.
So what did they get signed to?
Like Vertrix or whatever. They make fight sticks, I think.
Oh, Vetrix.
Vetrix.
Oh, Sherry Jennings and Tempo Storm's own Alex Meyer.
Myers. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, because I think Echo Fox doesn't have anyone anymore, do they? Besides Sonic Fox and Sage, they lost Toki though.
I don't know what's going. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with all that shit.
That's big. like you want Tokido on your sponsor team, dude. That guy
Yeah.
actually wins shit. Like you're sponsoring 50 players who don't do jack shit. You losing one of the ones that win.
Wait.
You really gonna, you really.
Does he win though?
I mean, Infiltration ain't around, so he has a better chance than he ever has.
It's true.
And
He's got
you're,
one more
you're
year.
you're really gonna lose that man while Infiltration is benched. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
This
I
was the
don't know.
year of Tokido, dude. You need to keep him this year because Infiltration said he's coming back 2020.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. 2020 is the year of the return of fucking Infiltration. That whole situation fucked in general.
Yeah. The whole mess.
Yeah,
I haven't heard any updates on it in a while.
well, he hasn't gone rogue
Or-
on his stream and
or
just been like, "Help me! This
Yeah.
is why." You
Yeah,
know,
there hasn't
like,
been much to say, I guess.
I don't know.
In other Epic Gamer news, a new fucking another battle royale just dropped, and I hate it because it's not Titanfall 3 because EA turned it.
DMC5's trophies got leaked. Of fucking course they
Of course it
did.
did. Titanfall 3 was gonna happen, and then this game got repurposed, or that game got repurposed into this because EA said it won't be good enough, even though Titanfall 2 is one of the best shooters ever made. But oh well.
Bro, the speedruns for Titanfall 2 are actually sick as fuck.
It's actually fucking dope. That game's so sick in
the
general.
movement in that game is fucking
But
sick.
oh well, whatever.
Yeah,
But
did you see that excerpt from that article about what they said about Titanfall 3?
which thing in particular?
Where they were just like, I don't remember what they said, but they were pretty much like, yeah, fuck Titanfall 3, just make this battle royale.
Yeah,
so
no,
that we can do
EA
good
was like,
marketing now."
EA basically just went on about how it's like, yeah, like what, we didn't see the point of making it. Like people were gonna make this battle royale game. It's gonna be sick, and then they're going on now. I'll be like, we don't know why people still don't like us. I mean,
True.
EA's fucked,
So-
dude.
Whatever.
From
I mean-
day one of it being out, a lot of people have been saying they liked it. So
I don't really know
Yeah,
much about it.
Respawn still made it, didn't they?
Think
So,
so.
Yeah,
Battle
it's
Royale.
still from them. I just don't know how much EA had it. I'm sure EA had a pretty big hand in it, so I don't know how much that affects.
It just makes me
development.
sad. It just makes me sad and makes me go, man, I wish H1Z1 didn't fucking drive down the path it did.
It's a mid.
Bro, not even about battle royales. EA just fucks everything up, dude.
Yeah.
They're fucking ruining Star Wars, dude. Like they keep canceling good Star Wars. Every time you hear like is that a Star Wars game that sounds like it could actually be good? EA's like, hey, fuck it, we're not making it
Hey,
anymore.
1313 was looking kind of dope.
Yep.
Mhm.
And then there was a bounty hunter game as well that they canceled. They're like, no, we don't care about single player stuff. You can't sell loot boxes and fuck off.
You guys remember Scalebound?
Was that EA?
No,
No.
that was Platinum and
Yeah, yeah,
Microsoft and a
Microsoft.
joint venture to just equally not release a fucking game.
Speaking of Microsoft, oh my god, did y'all watch the Crackdown 3 gameplay? Like the final
No.
gameplay? Oh my fucking god. I've never
Good?
seen them no.
Oh.
No. This game got delayed for like 5 years.
Yeah,
straight
I know
up
that.
It straight up looks, both in terms of just the general feel of the game, the visuals, everything, the presentation overall. It's like I would probably have a better time playing PUBG Mobile. I'm not joking. It looks like the most
Jesus.
atrocious fucking 3 gens ago piece of shit. And this is
That's
coming from
fucking
someone
sad,
who, Crackdown 2 wasn't great. Crackdown 1 I really feel was super good.
Bro, I got
Yeah,
Crackdown
I-
1 for the
I-
I got Crackdown 1.
I bought Crackdown 1 for the Halo 3 demo. I barely played the demo because I was too busy playing fucking Crackdown 1 because that game was sick.
I play the demo all the time, and then I would sit
Like-
there in Crackdown menu looking for the play Halo 3 beta, and it was grayed out, and I'd be sad. So I'd play Crackdown and get agility tokens. That shit was tight.
Yeah.
I love the agility too. I bought
Dude.
I bought Crackdown to play the beta, but the beta was over by the time
Here,
I bought it.
I will link the gameplay. It's 15-minute first 15 minutes of Crackdown 3. And I mean it is just fuck.
Oh my god.
It is bad. But even just the way the game plays, the way it looks and feels, it looks like if you took fucking Borderlands and merged it.
I was literally about to say it looks like Borderlands.
Take Borderlands and merge it with like a super early alpha build of the first Mass Effect. And that's how this game looks. And
This shit don't look good.
Mass Effect 1 didn't play the best. So and fucking
this
Borderlands
crosshair is
Borderlands I
fucking-
think is just hideous. So fucking it is atrocious.
The
And
shooting
Crackdown 1
looks
still
terrible.
looks all right. Like it pulled off the stylization well. I don't know what the fuck happened with this game. And this is their big fucking exclusive this time. The last big Microsoft exclusive they had, aside from I guess Sea of Thieves, which was actually before that, which it's still barely a game anyway, was fucking Super Lucky Tail. All right, I don't know if that says anything. It does, but like like this is the game
The
they were
last
hyping up.
exclusive before that was Halo 5. So
They could have had Scalebound, dude, but they axed it.
They axed it for partially in some way, shape, or form for this. They thought this was a better gamble to put a few more years into than fucking Scalebound.
well, it looks like their 3 isn't going to hold up as well, hold up as decent as this 3. So. Oh Jesus.
man.
Hey, they may have canceled Scalebound, but at least you're getting more near content.
Yeah.
That is true.
Saito and Yoko Taro are guest directing a series of 24-man raids on FF14.
Yep. Now on the cover is White 2B.
White,
That means-
white clothes, dark skin.
That's what I mean. So
It's pretty good.
It's called the something of Yorha.
yeah,
The
Annihilation of Yorha or something like that.
Yeah.
which looks pretty cool. I'm excited for that. No.
Bro, I'm still
Like-
waiting for them to get Tetsuya Nomura to guest direct 24-man. I did not expect Yoko Taro to show up in that goddamn.
You just
Let it
want a
ride, director.
Sephiroth boss.
Yeah, that's all I want. I want FF7 raids because they've had They did what fucking FF1 to. I know they did 6. I think 8 is coming next because they're adding a Gunblade class to the game in the next expansion.
Mm.
But
And they're
I think
adding-
holding out. I think they're holding out 7 until they're ready to do.
And they're
Seven
adding
is
that new race, the FF12.
Yeah, they're adding.
Yeah. You know, Clem's has been fucking shitting himself since they announced that, like nonstop.
Yeah.
No.
They
Oh,
haven't
I am.
announced the
I,
males yet,
That
though.
boy likes his bunnies.
I
They haven't
immediately
announced the male
said
versions of
I'm
them.
resubbing, so I'm back in.
Wait, they got male versions?
No, they haven't announced the male version.
Oh, they better.
But
That's even better.
the director said the Tokyo Fan Fest is in March. That's where they're revealing the new raid tier and probably maybe another class. And then he
Okay.
said that if they have any more information about the male counterparts of the race, then they would announce it there if they were going
Oh, the porn is gonna be amazing.
to.
God, can't wait.
There's gonna be a lot of mods coming out. You guys like your feet?
Take a sick.
You're gonna have.
No, Sora likes them feet. He's been taking them Rapunzel pics.
Yeah, I took a bunch of pics of her feet.
Yeah, I bet you did. It was so straight. It's like, yeah, it took a bunch of pics to repeat. He was sick.
I accidentally deleted them all.
He took off his glasses. just so fucking the disappointed fucking father. Just God, my stupid fucking speed child is just such a goddamn degenerate. He's sitting over here eating 2 pieces of bread and a piece of egg that fell on the fucking floor, talking about an underage girl's feet. Jesus
She's
Christ.
like, what do you mean? The movie is literally about her turning 18.
Yeah, but that's. I don't care.
No, the whole movie is about her getting a better hairstyle. Let's be honest.
I may be
it
many
really
things,
is.
Jack, but I am not a pedophile.
Mm.
Ace, you want to play Tekken?
Tekken.
Yeah, dude.
Whack. Sure.
Whack.
Fine.
No,
No,
he
my
didn't
egg-
eat the
I
egg
bit
from
in
the
the
floor,
egg.
but he pulled a Tyler 1 and he tried to eat it and it fell off the floor. It fell onto the
It wasn't
floor.
even I would have felt better about it if he was showing it off and then it happened. Because then it could have been prevented.
Then it really would have been a
Well,
time.
I
But
bit it.
like,
I
what
bit the
actually
egg
happened?
and the yolk
Exactly.
exploded all over the
He
floor.
attempted to
And he
use it
made-
for its functional purpose, and it's still fucked
I have
up.
to go back and listen to it again because Shib made the most like eldritch horror sound that I've heard. I did not know who the fuck. I was like, well, the invasion's begun. I guess I better fucking go build myself a fucking shelter because I guess the demons are here. Holy shit!
I should have flattened the sandwich if I knew the yolk was gonna end up on the floor anyway, dude.
There you go, dude. Give it a couple punches. Couple right
No.
hooks, you've been in there, dude.
Where are we dropping
Hmm.
in the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Battle Royale game that's coming out, dude?
God.
Oh
We're
my
not.
god, I forgot
That's
about.
never coming, Stace. that shit,
What? Dude,
that is
come on. I
that's
played this
never
shit.
leaving arcades. And I hope
It's
it
an
doesn't.
arcade game?
It's an arcade game in Japan. It's never leaving here. Or there, rather.
I wanted to play, dude.
No.
Hey man,
I wanted
let's go to
fucking-
Japan.
Bro, I was watching the gameplay. You literally die in like 3 seconds from
Yeah.
fucking
I saw-
Jotaro's fucking Star Platinum just fucking
I
annihilates you.
saw
Oh,
um,
no!
oh fuck. I can't think of his name. It's been so long. Fucking
Which one?
dude in part 5 with the gun.
Oh, Mista?
Mista. I want to say
Mista.
Misa, but that's not right. Yeah, Mista. He does the fucking gun and you go like first person with the bullet. Like you're doing the fucking rocket
Yeah.
punch in
Yeah.
Phantom Pain. And you just go halfway across the fucking map and just find someone and they just die. I'm like, this is busted. This is stupid. This game is
But-
fucking retarded.
Dude, like, I don't know, I saw one, like the video, I saw that Mista one, but I saw a guy like actually just win as Jotaro. Like, he literally would just like roll up on people and just fucking annihilate them in like 2 seconds. And everyone else had like guns and shit that they were trying to use, and he's just like, Star Platinum. And they're just dead. I like the fucking sound effects and shit, though. It's actually pretty
Yeah.
funny.
So weird.
If it was like a free to play game, I would fuck around with it, but yeah.
Sure.
I didn't know it was an arcade
Yeah,
game
it's
though. I thought it was
Japanese
like a
looking.
Japanese only like browser or
Nah.
game or something.
You never know, dude. They're
Let me pour it
they're
up.
putting like everything over here. They're
I mean,
fucking Dragon Ball Heroes is coming over here. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but like how you play a BR in an arcade? Like no one else is gonna be playing that shit.
I don't know.
You want
You
me to
sit
use
there
my
and wait.
tokens on that, dude? And they have they had like a lot of characters that I didn't expect. Like they had like a fair amount of characters from part 3 and 5 from the gameplay that I've seen. They got a couple part 4 characters as well. I haven't seen like any. I don't know if I saw any part 1 or 2 characters. So
I think it's only 3, 4, and 5.
that would make that makes sense because that's all I saw.
yeah. Well, boys, we've been going for like 3 hours. I don't know if we got anything else to really talk about for today until
Okay.
Vash plays KH3.
Yeah, my life has been KH3 for the last week, so
Yeah.
it's hard for me to extrapolate
That's
on
all I
like,
did.
anything
Same.
else.
Yeah.
I
same.
played KH3, got the plat trophy, and now I don't know what to do.
My life is
play-
in shambles.
Play the hardest difficulty.
Level 1 proud.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know
The
about all
best.
that.
Dude, it's so fun. What are you talking about, dude?
Okay,
it was-
buddy. Okay, that's why you're playing on beginner, right? It's so fun.
Biz had to use food and level up his keyblades all the way before he could have fun, though. I
I'm
don't
not
wanna
even
do
sure.
all this
I'm not
shit.
even sure if he would say that. Well, he probably did have fun, but like, dude had to
I mean, I'm
fight
sure-
like the frozen world end boss for like 30 hours. All right, so like it was not a fun time.
Well, don't worry, dude. When DMC 5 has level 1 Son of Sparta, it's
You know, actually, I did the equivalent of that last night.
oh, what'd you do?
I had to do crazy GM God Must Die Credo.
Oh, is that
So,
what
like,
you
you
were
see-
you were working on this?
No, I wasn't working on it. I just decided I was
Or
going
just
to
fucking
fucking
around,
grind
yeah.
it out. So, like, basically, Kratos starts out devil triggered, and with his like desperation mode AI,
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
and so he has the DT, so he has like hella damage resistance, and he's on God Must Die, so he has a fuck ton of health. I fought him for like 20 minutes.
20 whole minutes.
It was great.
It was fantastic.
When do?
My
So that's
wrist
coming out
hurts.
next month, right?
The,
5?
full
Yeah, it's
full
coming out
game,
March
yes, next month.
The
Doesn't
demo.
Sekiro drop in March as well?
Yeah, but you don't need that.
Bro, that game
I-
looks
I
sick though. I
do.
want to play. Yeah, I want to play that.
I want
Is that coming?
both.
Oh yeah, it is coming to PC. I need to get that.
Yeah.
Is it Hell in Hell? No, Hell in Hell is easy. The hardest difficulty is Dante Must Die in the base game. Like, yeah, you die in one hit, but enemies aren't as aggressive on Hell in Hell, and they don't have super armor.
All
Oh,
right.
fuck.
Well,
Alright.
it's been a good little cast, boys.
We had a little good session. It was fun.
Time.
All right. I guess I'll do the
Give me
closure real
anime
quick
armpit pussy,
for
please.
I'll do the closer for the people.
DM me the armpit pussy, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for watching with Dinner with the Boys, episode 13. 13 weeks, boys. Holy shit, we're going. We're moving.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I think it's probably been like 15 weeks because we delayed
Yeah,
some.
GDQ.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it
still.
is too.
But still, 13 weeks, been fun. If you guys want to follow any of our channels, donate me a lot of bits and blow out my eardrums, they're all at the bottom. Below the stream. You guys can follow us on all of our shit is there. So thanks for watching, everybody. We'll catch y'all next week, Monday at 5 p.m. Twitch. Be sure to follow the channel if you're not already. Twitch.tv/dinnerwiththeboys. Twitch.tv/dinnerwiththeboys. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.